to episode 299.2 of the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. This is the road to 300. An extension of episode 299, another installment, if you will. But whatever the numbers are, the bad boys of toys are back. We're here for your toy entertainment needs. Weekly, most of the time. I am your host, Lord Steve Bisciotti. With me today are the three best co-hosts a host could have. Jeremy DeWitt is here. How you doing, Jeremy?
Hello. Great and fantastic.
Travis Bowles has decided to come today. How you doing, Travi?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
The next name across from me is Pete McCarthy. How you doing, Pete?
I'm doing great. Travis never misses an opportunity to come. Am I right?
Also, Cody over there manning the electronics.
Hello.
He's excited. I picked him up at his house. He comes running out the door like a little happy puppy. Love it.
Should we say manning or should we say metroing?
Metro would work. Although he's not wearing like his typical like tight little shirt. It looks like
androgynousing.
He looks like he's ready to go to work today. Got a collar on.
He is looking very professional.
Yeah. He's taking this job very seriously.
Very seriously. And he's always been known for that.
Yes. When we drive, from the moment he gets in the car to the moment I drop him off, we're usually talking about how we're going to bring this podcast into the future.
He's plotting ways to fucking quit.
And on the way here, he's texting me going, the only way this survives is if you get Steve off the show.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of surprised he's here.
He's been really regular. I think we're paying him too much.
But I think he might have left here like at 1 last night.
Yeah.
I thought he walked out the door. I go, I'll see him in a week.
I wish.
For some reason, my Wi-Fi's on. I must have been watching porn at work.
Curtis must be having he must be bipolar right now.
Well, he's bi for sure.
What's going on?
He says, just want to say I love you guys.
Oh shit.
We love you too,
He's
Chris.
saying goodbye.
Yeah.
He's my bipolar man.
Yeah.
He's
having a high right now.
Curtis has legit been angry.
He's been a little grumpy.
He's been lashing out at people, and I love it. My favorite person in this world is angry Curtis. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey man, there's a couple guys on the page that are really pissing me off. Could you not eat for a week and then handle this?
I almost feel like we should put a disclaimer out there for the people too. Like, you listen, everybody. The dude hasn't eaten.
In like 6 weeks.
He hasn't eaten.
You guys don't even want to know what I'd do if I couldn't eat for 6 weeks.
I'll try 6 minutes.
What was that? I was chewing.
Travis, I got bad news.
All right.
I don't know if you heard. I got kicked out of the clan.
The clan actually turned you down.
How many four-letter
let him in
words
for
are
a
you going to
minute.
say on this show that are terribly inappropriate?
Yeah.
It's not inappropriate. It's Clash Royale. There's a clan.
Oh,
It's a video game on my phone. I've been an active member for quite a long time.
I didn't know that anybody
apparently
played
not.
those fucking games. I thought they were just like ads for them, and that was that.
Oh, no, dude. We were hardcore Clash of Clans for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we bumped over to Clash Royale, and then I grew up and started playing console and PC. Travis still plays Clash Royale. But Travis also still makes like invites his family to dinner through Snapchat. So, you know.
Me and Travis and Carl Miller we've continued the legacy from way back when.
Way
And
back.
we're
How way back is way back when?
right at the beginning of the podcast. That quote that we used to use of Pete, I just want to destroy
I just
villages.
wanna destroy
Yeah.
villages.
That's like that's way when we started the
Because we were
podcast.
playing yeah, and I remember getting shit on for talking about Clash of Clans on the show by Steve.
No, no. We
Yes.
shit on you because remember it was hilarious. You were pissed because you got demoted. Didn't you demote him?
Wait, you demoted him?
Yeah, so Pete got all bent out of shape.
It was classic. Classic Pete. It was like point to this barbarian and tell him where they hurt you. And I did.
All over.
I totally
But
forgot that.
especially here.
I remember when I did it. I just fucking, you know me. I would sit there just laughing.
He was the co-leader. He was the co-leader, but he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't leading shit.
Huh. I'm just thinking Toy Haven right now.
All of this.
Oh, okay. You want to bring that up?
I don't think I want to
No,
know.
let's do that.
I
Let's
had
do
to.
that.
Here we go. Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're doing it real quick right now.
Okay, Toy Haven.
Oh, what are we doing here?
I'm not sure.
I wanna
derailing
share
my story. I
something.
can't believe it. So while Pete's looking for that,
I got it right here.
Jesus.
He said, okay, Luke put posters up in Grand Haven. I'm doing more tonight and tomorrow. I said, I'm doing absolutely nothing, just like last year and the year before that.
Perfect.
And he says, your face is enough. And then he said, sung in the Your Grace is Enough church tune.
I don't know that.
Neither do I, but I'm sure it's like, your face is enough. You know, like,
Yeah.
so yeah, Matt. He's an adorable little puppy.
He's got me writing a jingle for that bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So these clans, these
Yeah?
video game
With a C,
mobile
right?
app clans, yes, with a C.
Okay.
They
My second favorite four-letter C
they
word.
can be really militant. I mean, you have certain war days, like 4 war days a week, and you have to do 4 attacks on those days. And if you don't do those 4 attacks, you hurt your progression in the war. And man, I've been in this clan for like 9 months with Travis and with Carl Miller, and I think that yesterday was the second time in 9 months that I've ever missed. And boom, booted me.
You got to be in every one.
And so I'm a man without a clan right now. I'm just wandering around. I'm a free agent. Travis is
All
still-
you 12-year-olds out there, if you're looking
looking
for somebody to be in your clan,
I got
get
stripped,
together after school and you
I got-
can clan fight.
I got stripped from my brothers in arms. I mean, this is like a guy's on, he starts out with his buddies on Guadalcanal, and by the time he's on Iwo Jima, he's with a whole new unit. And he's like, I want my old buddies, but he knows they're fighting somewhere else. Yeah, I bet you it's probably pretty close to that feeling.
And he can use that reference because he has the tattoo. So full disclosure, my father-in-law, hardcore Clash of Clans. Hardcore. Like every birthday, every holiday, like everybody just gets him
Money.
gift cards
Still?
for his clan. Oh yeah. So he's the clan that he's in is like, it's the same thing. Like if you don't, like we literally have been like during a birthday dinner and you look over and he's fighting like, cause he can't miss. I truly think that out of his opioid addiction and rehab and getting sober, like that's what he channeled that into. You know what I mean? Like that's his thing. And he is.
So you guys like, man, I wish he was back on the shit.
So he has 2 different accounts that he plays.
Oh,
and
wow.
and he just has a ton of fun with it. The other side of things too is he works in Detroit during the week, so he's just at an Airbnb every evening by himself, and he just plays. And
That sounds like
it's
heaven.
but it's all friends that he made out in California and what have you. And yeah, he has but yeah, it's a serious thing. So
Video games, man.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a good segue into today, huh?
Why?
Right.
We're not
I believe
segueing.
it is.
I'm segueing hard.
Dude,
Yes.
I went out last night. I went to the bar.
Please tell me Rich was there.
No Rich.
Hmm.
But Jessica was.
Steve Strachey was the kind of guy that has mixed drinks with milk in them. You know what I mean? Like I can see him like having a scotch and milk.
What?
And then being like super hardcore.
Vitamin
about
D.
You know me better than that.
it. I do.
I was drinking Long Island's and then I switched to Jack and Cokes. And
Long Island's are where it's at.
yeah,
I
but
love
they're
me a
also
Long
expensive.
Especially a good one, though. Good
Went to
one.
the Marine Tap Room for all you fellas that are local.
Never been there.
Never heard of it.
I've been
in the-
there. They had the absolute worst Bloody Mary ever.
They may have, but they have.
But this
really,
was like 10 years ago. But still,
They have really fantastic bar pizza, and they have an outdoor seating area, and they have really cheap drinks.
I can get behind bar pizza.
Nice.
It's really good.
Yeah. Especially for 4 Long Islands.
It was really good. Just
I'd
even
eat dirt at that
they're
point.
just good.
I would eat Mary on her period. Like that'd be my Bloody Mary on 4 Long Islands.
Oh,
Yeah, I went there. I did.
How
that.
many Long Islands did you have?
2, and then I
Okay.
had
Did they cut you off?
no.
Okay, a lot of places they
Yeah,
only
3,
serve
2
you
or
2.
3 is
Yeah.
usually the limit. No, they didn't cut me off. I just they're expensive, so I switched to Jack and Cokes, which are a little cheaper. So had a lot of fun with some friends last night. But wow, we were in the outdoor seating area. Great night for it last night. Not too cold, not too hot. And there was a girl there named Jessica. It was her 30th birthday. And she was partying.
And Steve was creeping.
Well, we were all kind of creeping because she was the type of girl that you couldn't not hear. You know, we're over doing our own thing, but all female Heidi.
Female.
Heidi's a female.
Oh, that's right.
And I know because I have Snapchat.
Well, so was Jessica because she was wearing a tight skirt last night with no panties, and she
And a
just loved to show her
long
clam
jacket.
off.
Oh,
She would sit there, and you could just, even from where I was, I looked over, and I'm like, well, there's her clam.
She's trolling, huh?
she didn't. Did she announce it or? Was
No,
she
no,
just-
no. She was just yelling, "I love you so much!" Just that kind of drunk.
Look at my birthday.
Yeah. And then she would become aware that everybody's looking at her. She'd be, "What's everybody looking at?" And she just wouldn't shut up.
Honey, your vagina fell out.
Put that
She
back.
flashed everybody at one point. She got up and flashed everybody.
Oh,
Nice.
And I just think this is funny. With this, the women we were with at my table were like, "Oh my god, she is just so annoying." And I'm like, "She's trolling. She's gonna get some D tonight. It's her 30th birthday. She's bringing somebody home." She was not with a guy. She didn't appear to be with a guy. And the girls at my table are like, "What man would want to go home with her?" And I'm like,
Air five.
I'm like, "You don't think she's bringing someone home tonight?" And they're like,
I should. This our type of guy would. Obviously, we wouldn't because we're both happily married.
Right.
But the type of there is a type of person in that bar. Why am I? My Amanda doesn't watch this. Hell yeah, I'd go home with her.
She sounds like the funnest person in that bar.
"She sounds like a train wreck." Who,
You got a bunch of sticks
yeah.
and butts at your table. She wants dicks and butts over there.
She sounds like a train wreck who you don't want to get mixed up with long term, and who you probably want to make sure you use protection
Trav says 2.5 minutes.
if
is
you're
long
going to
term.
do it. You're going to, have a romance with her that night. God forbid you
A
something.
dalliance.
God forbid you impregnate her and have to be attached to that woman for the rest of your life because she seems like a real problem.
If you're judging her based on one night or
yeah,
her
based on
drinking
seeing her
on
vagina in public.
on her birthday.
She flashes one group of wives and gets a bad one. Did you Facebook stalk her?
I don't know her last name.
Well, you didn't ask.
Why didn't you talk to her? Yeah, that sounds like
Some
Sounds like
Facebook detective you are.
I wasn't going to talk to her. I was too busy checking out her clam.
Clams are cool. Boobs are okay.
Clams are my jams.
I'm on the fence about clams are
It was pretty good because where I was sitting, we were by a railing. and
Jam out with your clam out.
there was a banner that would block, but if I leaned forward, it gave me the right sight line.
Somebody
So
switch seats with me. I need to see
I
this girl's
got caught
vagina.
often leaning forward because probably should investigate, right?
Yeah.
I just like how when you did your example of how leaning forward, you looked and pointed right at Cody's penis.
He did too. Cody.
So we had a discussion about, and she was like, "I don't think she's gonna find a man to take home." Well, by the time I left, she was slow dancing with some guy, and there was no music.
Oh yeah.
We were
She brought
outside,
him one for each hole.
and this guy had like a flat build hat turned sideways. He's like 50.
Did it still have the decal on it?
the decal? I don't know.
Because that's important. Because
can't
if
peel that off.
you truly want to be cool, you cannot take that sticker off the bill of that hat. Cody, back me up on this.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta have it.
He's like 50 years old, had like a, no ass, pants just hanging, skinny, looks like he probably was itching. And I was like, she's got a good quality man. She can bring someone home tonight. I wasn't judging though.
The dirty 30. The dirty 30.
I was not judging.
Yeah, we have all this great content. Everybody's just congratulating Curtis about how great Curtis is.
It's our show, bitch.
Take it to off world.
we talk about clans and clams.
Oh, well, I'm glad someone got some last
You didn't get a single picture of it?
I didn't want to be creepy.
I want to creepier,
Yeah.
creepier than I already.
Oh wow.
creepier than sitting like this the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I didn't stare. I leaned forward, caught a glance.
Well,
You
spank bank memory. Nice.
well, it wasn't that great, but she wasn't that bad either.
The last time that we were drinking Long Island iced teas, we're actually drinking Adios Motherfuckers, which is a Long Island iced tea, but instead of that splash of Coke, it's a shot of Blue Caraco.
Oh. Is that
and,
what you were drinking out in at PowerCon last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
don't know how the hell you were still erect.
they served us. You don't know how the hell I was riding a scooter racing
know,
buses
yeah,
down the 5-lane.
They slept in the same bed.
At one point, I was so hammered, I had Cody on the scooter with me. Had my arms wrapped
Yeah,
around him.
yeah.
He was terrified. He was trembling like a chihuahua at
With good
fireworks.
fucking reason.
So the bartender served our second one and said, "Hey, okay." And then, well, actually, she went to bring us our third, and she goes, "Hey, before I can give these to you guys, I need to know that you have a driver." And I was like, "That is amazingly responsible of you." Yes, we do have a driver. Okay, just so you know, they're going to have to come in. It's not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, they're on the park." Like, we're gonna have to physically see them. Okay, cool. They served us 5, which is seven shots of liquor. So, and then we did shots of tequila and all sorts of fun stuff. And but yeah, I've been in that situation where they're like, "No, we only do 2 of those here," and I go, "Hey, Travis, will you order one of those for me?" And then I like Stella's punch.
Oh yeah.
I drink yours and Kyle's and Kathy's, and then Kathy's second one. And
Did you drink last night, Peter? What'd you do?
no, Pearson's home with strep.
Oh,
So,
yeah, everybody's got.
I played Starfield last night.
Jeremy.
I was arting and musicking. I got some shit I got to get done.
Nice.
That's about it.
Cody, what was your favorite drink last night?
That margarita one that you made me.
You like
whatever
that one?
whatever that was good.
I thought it was that milk drink you had.
What is your obsession with milk in drinks?
Titties.
It seems gross.
Not if you like White Russians.
Yes.
Although I had
That was what I was trying to allude to with Steve.
I had like
that's all good. That's all boobs are good for. So that was what I was trying to get to, but nobody bridged the gap with me.
you don't want to drink like 8 White Russians though, because you'll pass out in your seat, and then when you sit up and you burp, it's like cottage cheese.
Yeah, because it's gonna curdle in your stomach.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Never
So,
had
yeah,
a
you
White
probably
Russian.
want to have like 2.
I like White Russians.
Oh, they're delicious.
Mm-hmm.
What was Courtney drinking last night? It's kind of a
How do I know?
You're
trying to
Kool-Aid.
think.
All
No.
I can think of is vagina.
Oh, amaretto sour.
I like that.
That might be a chick drink. I don't know, but it was good.
Nah,
It's
I like
good.
it.
that's what I was drinking at my brother's wedding. Was amaretto sours. We're good.
Don't know that I've even had one, but I would try one.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Good. But
Chop chop.
Last night I was feeling a little frisky, shocking, and was kind of got into bed, rolled in there, and I'm like, hey, just kind of move to the right spot. We'll see what happens here. I don't know if you guys have ever
And then
experienced.
Phoenix clawed your butthole.
I don't know if you've ever experienced this though, but Heidi brushed against a certain part of my body.
Hello.
Yeah. And then she act repulsed. like like pulled the.
That thing's still here?
It's been buzzing you for 13 years. You never freaked out before.
I thought we kicked it out years ago.
It's like, that's not a great feeling.
No.
It's not a great feeling at all.
That hurts me in here.
Stop it. Put it away. Put it away. I'm tired.
Yep.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't bend over.
You're trying to go in for the, going for the kill, and you get shut down, and then they go, "Can you rub my back?"
Yeah, with my dick.
I'm like, I'm not really motivated to rub your back right now. Not really.
But
Is that wrong?
haven't you had that workout? Every back rub I've ever given.
Thank you, by the way.
I've rubbed a lot of people.
I was gonna say you've given.
Here we go.
Rubbed my back.
Here we go.
So whatever you say next may or may not be true.
Isn't the back rub usually leading to something?
It can.
It used to way back in the day.
Oh, but now
Now it's just a back rub. Yep.
So
And I don't ever get one.
back rub.
My back is solid concrete.
My back rubs always are here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I rub backs.
Your back has nipples.
And now they're in my mouth.
And they're in the front.
Oh shoot.
So did you score last night, Steve?
No.
No. Got yelled at for staring at the clam all
He
night.
wanted to be fresh for church this morning. I get it.
That 30-year-old partying didn't set the tone.
No.
The
For me,
bone
it did,
tone,
but
set the bone tone.
everybody else was out.
Oh.
No fun.
I got back-to-back Thursday, Friday, but nothing last night. Of course, I was on Starfield. Had I tried last night, I might have been okay.
I was just playing.
But those
video games.
spice, Jesus Christ, space pirates aren't going to kill themselves.
Oh.
Mhm.
I got a 100-year-old tree limb to bring back.
What?
For
I
somebody's
thought you were
research.
talking about your dick.
No, I'm talking about Starfield. This is what I was doing instead of using my dick.
Mine's
last
kind of like a warm gummy.
Yeah,
worm.
that sounds like a link. That sounds like a Zelda quest or something. Find 100-year-old tree limb.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Bring it over here. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
anybody else got anything? Are we going right into toys? Okay,
Yep.
that answers that.
I don't get how this show works.
You don't get how this show works. We all get how this show works.
Curtis Ackerman says, the other night my wife told me that it will be nice when I lose enough weight that she can see my penis when I'm naked. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm starting to see my helmet again, so that's pretty neat. I get it, buddy.
Holy shit!
Where'd that come from?
That's a long time ago.
I thought you ran away. We had a funeral and everything.
If I'm laying on my back getting a Hummer, I cannot see it. I just see her. So
I
which
love.
is fine.
I love.
matter.
I don't know if this makes me weird or not, but I love Family Guy.
Yeah.
And I love it when Peter's naked.
Yeah.
Just the way they draw him.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Oh. Family Guy is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm.
So, you want to do the top 10 video games right now? Because that's what we're going to do today.
I don't care. It's up to you guys.
Okay. Well, new segment.
New
Or,
segment.
I don't know if it's going to be it's probably a one and done segment.
Well, this
but-
is a special $2.99.
that's right. It's special.
Yeah.
Special
it's as
episode.
special as each and every one of our listeners.
Especially Will White, because that guy's got an extra chromosome.
You can't say
You can't say
that.
that.
You can't say
You
that.
can say that.
That's as extras are good. Like buy one, get one free. Everybody loves an
Yep,
extra, right?
okay. Yep. Just
Okay. That's gonna be your line, Jay. All right, that's fine. Okay.
that's all I got. It says
Yeah.
I'm just done.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just a guest.
I'm just running through all the things that Steven says, going, yeah, no, that's. We
I
should
mean,
probably not.
you're just adding to it.
Yeah, you
That
get-
pile is really
Yeah,
high.
well, there's two of us that are.
Well,
fucked.
we got a super chat from Billy Bay. She says, "I do have one. Leave Peter alone."
Okay, well, thank you,
Yeah.
Billy Beige. Appreciate it.
The beige man.
Oh, Billiam.
Billiam.
If I was him, I'd have so.
So,
many,
did you
like,
guys do your
one-liners.
top 10 in an order of like down 10 to 1 or just a list of 10?
I didn't do my top 10.
I didn't figure you wouldn't because it wasn't your idea. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Which is why you don't do it.
Well, you
Never, 'cause
texted
it's
it to
never
me
your
at 9
idea.
o'clock last night. I was heavily drunk and looking at a strange girl's clam.
He was on the can this morning, shitting with nothing else to do but stare at his phone.
I forgot my phone. It was the worst. I was so like, oh, I got to get downstairs and shit. Then I got down there and I'm like, I don't have my phone. Oh shit, I can't.
Don't forget to use your oval toilet. Oh, that's what it says on the little.
A crummy advertisement.
How was
Commercial.
it
So
without
I'm
your
sure.
phone?
I'm assuming you didn't do one either.
It's,
sucked.
it's
In your head, you have
yes.
some.
I've got
You
plenty
have
of.
some video games that you played in your head. That's Trav prep. I mean, that's on par.
I will.
So-
I'm not defending Steven by any means because he should have done a better job.
Yes, he should have.
But I will also say, last night at 9 o'clock.
We're not getting laid. We already know that.
Yeah, unfortunately. I also have to apologize to Jesse. He was asking me some questions last night, and there was dates were involved. And at that time, I was like, "This is not. I'm not in the place."
Like,
Did
Just
you
shelve it,
did you see
Jesse?
your
Yeah.
Jesse's clam too? Like you saw his Jesse's clam?
No.
I went and I saw Jesse.
He's glad.
It was pretty hilarious. I forgot one thing. She had this really annoying laugh, and she would just you just hear her over there going like that. And at one
She looked
time,
down at her vagina.
and at one time at night, it got so annoying to everybody that was outside that they all started making monkey noises when she laughed. Then the whole area, our table didn't do it, but the whole area was like going like that. And then she was like, ah! She started yelling at everybody
How did you not just get up and?
Yeah, I know.
because, well, I didn't
That's
have
when
to.
you hand your wife the phone to record you and you
We
perform.
literally, as an entire bar, shame somebody for their laugh. But don't say extra chromosome. 2 people's faces. We laughed in their faces.
I
and
would
made
have said
fun of them.
it. Yeah, if I would have said it, Pete would have been all over me. He probably went and told Heidi on me. Steve said downstairs.
Yeah, I already texted her because you were like a woman version of Heidi. I already texted her that you said that shit. You're already on the hit list.
Oh,
How come you never laugh?
He's trying not to pay
I'm not
attention.
listening.
Jesse says episode 299.2. Clams in the can, and Curtis Ackerman. That fucking guy is brilliant.
I do love
I was so bummed I didn't get a chance to hook up with him in Pennsylvania when I was there a couple weeks ago. Things just didn't line up. But him and House, I talked to both him and House Seal, and we just couldn't. But
Yeah.
it's a bummer.
Good thing there's a thing coming up soon.
Yep.
There is a thing.
Toy Haven.
Yeah.
I think.
Toy Haven. But before that,
But
is
before
the
that,
Geek Stuff garage sale.
Mhm.
Jeremy, you didn't send me anything.
Yeah, I know. I was a little late this morning.
You're really gonna bank on them?
I was gonna say just like check out Hasbro Pulse or something. Just like a whole bunch of shit got fucking released on that. I had sent you some stuff last week too. I don't know if it's still
so
poignant,
we're
but
doing toy news.
are you sending him fucking video game
Yeah,
covers?
I think we should do the video game stuff.
Should I?
No
should I-
matter to me.
Everybody gotta send video game
Oh, I
art.
have to.
No.
Dude, it would be super cool if you did.
If we did, but, you know.
Hey Cody.
Yep.
You're gonna weigh in on this, right?
On video games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I'll stay awake for a little while. I guess I'll stay down here and not go up and look at Heidi's clam.
I do got a pretty good video of Cody last night.
I was trying to figure out what he was doing. It looked like he was trying to pee in the pool from the edge.
Did you see Cody's clam?
I'd like to clash his clam.
I saw Cody spank a grown man, the hardest I've ever seen someone get spanked.
Who was it?
Jason.
Oh.
Cody, I felt like I was watching anime. Cody, like, started.
What? Just prepared and gave him a wallop, huh?
And like a running wallop. Bare ass.
Oh,
Their ass.
Did it make the snap?
It made it snap.
The snap, man.
Unfortunately, the video will never be seen because I mean, I'll show you guys, but apparently there was something in the background during it.
Somebody's clam.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
Am I showing these, Steve, or what?
When the time comes. I don't know how we're gonna do this. How you want to do this? We gonna go through our list one by one or what? Pete?
I was thinking we just do 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s.
Oh,
so one
shit.
by
I'm
one.
Not gonna have mine in order.
That's fine. We'll just do 1 to 1 then.
Yeah, I'm sending you pictures, Cody, but don't worry about putting them up yet. I just when my
Yeah, if this
when the
doesn't
time
happen,
comes.
if I don't have a picture for everyone, I'm not gonna freak out about it. So, all right, who's going first?
Cody.
Cody.
Cody, sure.
No,
He's
I don't
like,
care.
fuck you guys.
Super Smash Bros.
Ooh, which one?
Oh, man.
Most recent.
Okay. That was the one I probably had the least time with.
Wait, that's a game?
Yeah, it's not just a porn.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You ever played Super Smash Bros?
Numerous times. That was my number one game.
No, that's good shit.
Super Smash Bros. What is that? Is that
It's a big-
Mario?
yeah, it's
is
a-
it a big all
it's-
of them and you fight each other?
Yeah, big
Yep.
fighting
Yeah.
game.
I
Yep.
think I might have played that once or twice.
And that one's got are they still dropping like characters in
Yeah,
that?
new characters. Yeah.
Yeah. I played it, but I still didn't like get the I just want Pac-Man. I still
Yeah.
haven't fucking unlocked him. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm done. Fuck this.
It's fun with like friends and like all playing in a group.
Yeah. I could see that. I remember I've been playing it since first one came out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. They're always hard.
They're hard. I always had a hard time
I always fell off the edge.
being good at them.
Well, I'm just
Button masher.
yeah, just
Uh-huh.
that's all.
And
those
I
kind of
inevitably roll off the edge like a dick.
games. Why is one of my moves a roll backwards?
Right. Fuck me.
Why would they do that?
Do you have a favorite character? Like your go-to?
I have a few different ones, but who do I choose recently? I don't know.
All right.
You're so disengaged. Oh,
don't know.
I fuck-
Guys, fucking stop talking to me, please.
You guys would have loved him last night. He was on fire.
I bet
He's
was.
always on
Cody
fire when
had-
he's hammered. Fucking ripping on us and shit. Telling us how he hates us.
That was one of my
Is
favorite
it-
Cody events.
I was saying, we were at fucking Mesquite Con. He's like, I fucking hate you guys. This show sucks.
That was some great shit.
I was legitimately hurt.
You were.
I was like, he hates me.
I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
That's when he couldn't even keep his eyes together. One was like veering off. To the,
He was hammered.
Yep.
Uh,
totally.
I'm trying to fucking make my list here.
Okay. Maybe we should pause the show,
I
right?
can go.
All right,
Go.
there you
Go.
go.
Go
We
good.
can
At least,
move on.
yeah,
Yep.
throw a couple down.
Pitfall.
Like the
Atari?
original Atari.
Wow.
All right.
I was absolutely horrible at it. Like I
Okay.
swear to God, like maybe make it to the fourth screen, but I was persistent. I wanted to try and jump on that rope, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was an early one, I would think.
That is a very
Early 80s. Yeah.
yeah.
When Laura is not a video game person, but whenever she speaks positively about any video games, Pitfall will come into play.
Atari.
It's like we had Atari, we had Pitfall, it was great.
Yeah. Oh, Pitfall was pretty mindless, obviously.
Yeah, but I
Yep.
mean, for the time, that shit was the shit.
That was some fun shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done some remakes and sequels, but they don't ever hold up to that.
Yeah.
The
So-
classic.
I played one that was very much like Pitfall, but it was called Jungle Hunt.
Oh yeah.
And that was an Atari game as well. Where
Yeah,
you
it's pretty
swing from
terrible.
vine to vine, then you kill crocodiles,
Yeah, I never played that one.
then you jump over a weird guy. And then there's bowling balls. He's like what do you call that? Like a voodoo guy.
Okay,
I
I got a different idea.
What?
So you started out with Atari.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it that way.
Let's go old.
That's old and new.
Okay.
All right.
Did you have anything of the Atari age, Jeremy?
I don't have anything from the Atari age. As
Okay.
much as I loved Atari, those games just they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
hit
I
my
mean,
top 10.
Well,
So-
they're junk compared to what
Steven, did you have anything from the Atari?
I do.
Okay, hit
I
us.
sent Cody a picture of it.
Cody, are you done dicking the dog over there?
before.
Selling the pups?
It's gonna be
Oh shit!
go down. Defender. Look for Defender.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
wait.
one.
Oh, I haven't sent it yet to you.
Give us your money, Patreon. We suck.
How about now?
Now I can
There
write-
it is.
now I
There
can
we
write
go.
jingles too.
There it is.
Oh, another
look at the
fine
kitties.
example of the
Look at
cover
those
of the
little
game.
perkers, man.
Looks nothing like the game itself.
Nothing like the game.
Beautiful art though.
Are you guys familiar with Defender?
Oh, I'm very familiar.
There's
Yeah.
those aren't a meal, but they're a nice little snack.
I didn't have the 2600 as a kid. I had the 5200, which was kind of like the Super Nintendo of Ataris, but the controllers sucked ass. But we had Defender on there, so I
Defender was fun.
yeah.
Defender, you're flying the ship, stuff's coming
Yes.
at. Oh yeah.
And then people would fall and you have to catch them.
yeah. Yeah.
They fall over the city.
We played it on
At
my
your house.
yeah, because I got like one of those little
Cubes,
thingies
little things.
with all the
Yeah,
thingies with the things.
Thingy.
I spent hours on that game as a little. I mean, I was a pretty young child at the time, but
I like how he went from little to young because he realized he was never little.
I was
When I was little or young, I mean, when I was young.
He's like, I used to could be young.
I was very skinny when I was a child, but I had these big broad shoulders. Everybody knew I was gonna
Had
be
a
a
big
hunk.
bra.
There's the reason he's the baby of the family. 14 pounds in that head, he fucking ruined his mother. Roger was like, "That's it, we're not doing this again."
She got pregnant after me, and she freaking hit herself in the tummy till she had a miscarriage. She wasn't going to do that again.
Yeah, but don't talk about chromosomes.
I mean, maybe we could just not talk about any of it.
Is that your only one from the Atari days?
That is my only one from the Atari days.
Did you have anything from the Atari days, Cody?
Nope.
No.
I got another one.
Hit it.
Pac-Man.
You would.
You know, Pac-Man's actually not on my list, but it is probably the most important video game in my life because it
What
got
else
me
would you
into
hug garage
gaming.
sales for?
It got me into gaming,
Mhm.
and the concept was super simple, so you could pick it up pretty quick. But I suck at it still to this fucking day.
Me too. Yeah.
But it also opened up all the merchandising, all the pop culture phenomena, the fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma had the Atari at her house,
That's weird.
and
She was so desperate to get her grandkids to come over and see her. She went out and
No.
bought
We
a
have
video game system.
Pac-Man, but
No,
it's the Atari version.
this bitch played.
Sorry.
This bitch played
Your grandma.
fucking video games like crazy. Like she had the high score on Pac-Man when no one could touch it.
But it was the Atari version.
Yeah.
So he's just like a fucking 3/4 of a square.
Yeah.
And he goes ding, 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 and he never turns sideways. It's just-
Oh no. It was trash.
Arguably, one of the main reasons why the Atari went in the shitter.
Yeah, it was trash.
That and ET.
E.T.
Some of the watchers back, at least as kind of the old school, Dig Dug, Spider Fighter, Joust, Asteroids, Joust, ET, Centipede, Miss Pac-Man Adventure. So I've actually played some of those games. I don't know all of them, but
Joust is fun, but hard.
Yeah. I was not.
Miss Pac-Man is arguably the better game of the two.
Easily.
Better noises, different levels.
Yeah. Miss Pac-Man was.
Plus, she had a fucking bow, bitch.
Miss Pac-Man was much better than Pac-Man.
Unofficial sequel, by the way. That's why you never see the two games in the same. Like, you know, they have those arcade one-ups and shit that, and like collections and shit. Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man will never be together because there's like rights issues.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, Pac-Man was what I really loved.
It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I had it for the 20 or the 5200.
Not to move on from Atari because I don't know if there anyone else.
There isn't anymore.
But there, I had a ColecoVision. You guys, Pete probably.
I never had
I've
one.
heard
back
the
in the
day.
term.
Yeah,
I had one like a few years ago. Never even plugged it in.
Yeah,
so.
I had one, and it was. I mean, it was fun. It was just seemed like an advanced Atari, but it did have weird like the paddles would have like a phone.
Keys and like yeah.
There's some weird stuff about
They
it. But
tried some crazy shit in the early days.
on that, I played Junior Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Or Donkey Kong Junior.
Mhm.
Is that right? And that game, like I freaking loved that game.
there's one person in this world that calls it Junior Donkey Kong.
Instead of Donkey Kong Jr.
I was always a big fan of the brothers of Super Mario, to be honest with you. That was a good one.
The Brothers Super Mario.
Oh my God, he's an idiot.
I love him.
So I think probably the next natural step, unless there's something wonky out there like a ColecoVision, would be the NES,
Yes.
old school 8-bit.
Yeah, that would be by far my favorite video game console of all time.
Hey, bang me a couple up there, would you, Cody? I will put my name up. Perfect. Scroll up and no, go down. No, go right. So right up there, right above that to the over. Start there.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. He's little.
It's a little guy. He's just a little guy.
little guy.
So Super Mario Brothers 3.
This shit changed every child in this world.
Yeah.
As the kids would say, this game was bussin'.
It was bussin'.
And I still, to this day, we still play this every time my siblings and I get together. We sit down and have drinks and chat and pass the controller around and play this game.
It's
So-
easily replayable a million times. I remember getting the guide, and it would like tell you all the secrets,
Yeah,
like how
I had
to
that.
get all the little like mushroom houses and like the little ships.
The card
and-
game.
yeah,
and
the
show
card
you where
game.
they were.
Yep.
The match game.
Oh yeah.
They had to play.
That fucking guide is expensive now.
I bet.
But that was this game like it like fucking changed my life.
Bangarang right here.
Life Force.
Life Force.
You can use the Konami code on that bitch.
So
The up, down,
Yep.
left, right, BA start.
Really?
Mhm.
and this, what was cool about this is you were in a little plane and you were fighting and shooting, and then you'd pick up little bonuses. So you'd have like options.
Similar to
So you'd give you
Gradius.
extra guns and
Okay.
whatnot, different types of guns.
Yeah, it's
But better.
spread.
Two
Yep.
players at the same time.
Yep. And then, but then it would change.
Yep.
You'd go left to right, scroll, but then
And
you'd
then
go
up.
forward.
Yep.
Then you go left to right. Each level was different. Yeah,
that sounds
stuff.
fun.
No, phenomenal game.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And,
And
the
I-
music is fucking
Oh,
top
so good.
notch.
I believe there's one more that I have for the NES, Cody, if you will. Nope. Oh yeah, I got two more then. This one right here. Bang.
Okay. I wasn't as well versed in Super C
Super
as I
C.
was Contra.
Yeah.
Really? But so you love Contra, but you didn't make the jump to Super C?
Yeah, it's like we would always just play Contra, and then like we're like, oh, let's try Super C, and you couldn't put in that code, the same one, so you
yeah.
get like three guys
It
and
was a
then
little
just
bit
die.
different.
Like
There was a code.
there was a
There
code,
was a
yeah, but
code.
it was like 10 guys instead of 30.
Yeah, you only
But
get
I can
10.
still beat it.
I never
So-
have. I've
And
never
then
beat
go
that
up
one.
to the top of my list, Cody. Right there in the middle. Go down. Boom. Right there.
Okay.
So
Gold
NES,
cartridge.
the coolest cartridge in the history of video gaming. The
Along with
gold
Zelda 2.
Legend of Zelda.
Still a fucking, I mean, yeah, a little primitive, but
Still
still a
fun.
fucking great game.
and still hard. I've never beat this game.
I beat the regular quest a few times, but they have like a master quest or like a second quest or whatever, and I've never beaten that. But
This game is one of the hardest and most frustrating games in my life.
Homeboy came up with the theme song in one night
Wow.
because they were going to use one of those. Yeah, the whole thing. Because they were going to use I can't remember the name of it, but some old like classical song. But it was like after 100 years, it could then be in public domain. Well, they had it. They still needed one more year, so they had to scrap the theme song that they had
shit.
going. But then he wrote the Legend of Zelda theme, and motherfucker, that bitch still
It's-
sticks to this day. So
It,
it's awesome.
It slaps, right, Cody? All right, NES games. Jeremy, this has got to be really livid, man.
Real quick, Curtis jumped in with the super chat and said the movie Wizard was a great commercial for Mario.
I was going to
3.
bring that up.
Yes. I mean, the whole fucking thing. I mean, there's some.
Is that the one with Ben Savage?
No,
Fred Savage.
I'm sorry, Fred
Yeah.
Savage.
And Jenny Lewis, and then
it's
some
sad.
kid that's in California a lot, and Christian Slater.
I love Christian Slater.
Yeah. I saw that in the theater. It was absolutely a commercial for Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers 3, but I didn't care. I ate that shit right the fuck
Okay,
up.
I'm sorry. So now you're talking. There was a movie called Wizard.
The Wizard, yes.
And
it was about a kid going to California to
compete.
join like a Nintendo competition because he was
Mm.
so good at video
yeah,
games.
And he was kind of a savant-y, wasn't he?
He
was
wouldn't
probably
talk.
autistic.
He wouldn't
Right,
Is
talk,
what we
right?
would say now. Back then, they were
And
just
Fred
like,
was his older brother.
Yep.
Okay.
And he ran away from home.
And I remember it
something about
being
his
sad as
parents,
hell.
and
Was it not sad?
It was a little sad.
Like I remember it being sad.
He wanted to go to
like, not Radio Flyer
California,
sad,
'cause it
but-
was something about like his mom died, and
Okay.
it was a sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
but,
over the top sad.
but it was best because Jenny Lewis
me
had something about her breath. in it.
halfway.
And
Across the sky.
I thought somebody had to answer.
that's where you get that scene with the Lucas playing with the power glove, and he's like,
Yeah.
Power glove is
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad.
And then when you really played with the flower glove, you're like, this thing sucks.
"Fucking suck ass!"
So
You
bad.
got-
Was it good for anything?
No,
Playing-
there was a code you could put
Giving
in.
yourself strangers.
There was a code you could put into it where you
I called
could
him
use.
giving me a techie.
God damn it!
Yeah, like I'm the only one that ever masturbated with a power glove.
I
Let's
have
be
yet
honest.
to. I guess I need to resurrect it.
You wanna
Uh,
know- Go ahead.
It had a little keypad on there. You could put in codes for different ways to control shit. Well, there was a D-pad and a BA select. I would just put in the code to just play it like a regular Nintendo controller. That's how much it fucking sucked.
I used it. I'd go up play with my buddy. We would pretend we were like soldiers, and I would put the power glove on because I would pretend I was a cyborg. And I
Yeah,
would tuck the cord into my pants.
that
And
was
I'd
the
walk
best
around
part
and I'd
about
be
it.
like, I'm a robot.
The only-
Pretend I was.
It's
Yeah.
the only cord in your pants.
Yeah.
That was the first time he pretended to be a soldier. The last time was when he got that tattoo. So
Leave me alone.
it runs deep. It runs deep.
Yeah, the best use for that power glove was just like pretending it actually did something better than it did.
Apparently.
Yeah.
You guys remember? I think,
Stephen B just demonstrated.
when I think of the NES, there's always that sound. There's that particular sound that everybody knows, and it's the tip of the gun hitting the glass of the television on Duck Hunt. Boom, 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 you know.
Yeah.
My parents used to get so pissed.
Does anybody else got any NES ones?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's got to be
Is
some.
there
Okay.
more?
I'm sorry. We were just talking. I didn't mean to talk on the podcast. Go ahead. What do we got, guys? What do
I
we
just
got?
want to know. I want to move on to something, but it's a different console. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, you're stuck.
No,
in
no,
that.
yeah.
and
let's-
we're
let's-
gonna live in the NES for a little bit.
I imagine we'll be there for a bit.
My choices, like I limited myself to one per franchise, so there will be
Right.
some stuff that
Hey,
won't.
hey, Steve,
come out on
that's called
Nintendo
committing
at
and
all.
actually participating.
Yeah,
Just-
I had to put limits, or else it'd be like 10 Zelda games.
Right.
So yeah, all right, well, mine are right there. So first off,
Oh yeah.
this might be maybe my favorite game of all
Yeah.
time,
God, Mega Man 2.
It totally upgraded from the first game, and I actually realized that you could use the weapons after you beat each boss, which was amazing because in the first game apparently I didn't know that. Also, I would argue that this is the absolute best soundtrack of any video game of all time.
What?
I said what I said.
And he
It's
meant
not
it.
better than Zelda.
It's better than Zelda.
Okay.
Each song, it's all like power fucking metal. It's with the limitations they had, they made some fucking bangers.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, there's the Dr. Wily theme, and it starts off. Boom, ba-da-dun-da-da-da, boom, ba-da-dun-da-da-da, ba-da-da, boom, ba-da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. And then it's like boom, ba-da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. And then it's like bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. There you go.
Damn.
It's fucking awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, super awesome.
Makes you want to play it.
Yeah. Or listen to you just do it.
People will yell and they'll argue, but they're wrong. This is the best Super Mario Brothers game of all time. Super Mario
Of all
Brothers 2.
time?
Most people don't even know this exists.
I know. They're like,
Everybody's
it's
like, "Did
just
they
a
ever make it
reskinned.
too?"
It's just a reskinned game from Japan. I don't care. This game,
Dusty's with you.
this game changed my life. The bright colors, all the shit you could do. There's still stuff in the Mario world that came from this game that stands today.
This is why Jeremy can't walk a garden without pulling
Pulled vegetables,
out of it.
throwing them at fucking little dudes wearing masks. Hey, bitch.
It's very rude, but I've seen him do it.
And then, of course, Contra, because Contra is fucking amazing.
I played both.
This
Contra
one,
and Super C.
the music in this game also is a huge factor. I'm not going to sing it, but
Can you? Can you hit
it's-
me with
oh,
that,
I
too?
totally could.
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba.
And it's like
Hell yeah.
ready and it keeps going. It's pretty amazing.
No, you're pretty amazing.
Are amazing. Oh,
I'm telling you, this is why I'm a musician. It's because of Nintendo.
Curtis Ackerman says Jeremy did a hilarious video about Mario 2. I see it pop up every year and I die.
Yes. I had a lot of opinions, especially when I was alone during the pandemic with my phone.
Best time of my life.
Yeah, they let me talk. So, and then this advertisement was in like every fucking comic book, every magazine. They shoved this game right up your ass, and with good reason. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Arguably the best Double Dragon game of all time. Fuck the arcade versions. It was the NES version. You could do 2 players at the same time. You could do 2 different modes too. You can either have it where you can fucking hurt each other, which was stupid.
Yeah.
But fun. Beat the shit out of your brother and take his guys. Or you could fight together, I guess, and try to beat the fucking game. But
Also on my list.
also fantastic soundtrack. So yeah, much better than the first one because you couldn't fucking do 2 players at the same time.
Yep.
And the third one sucked ass. So Double Dragon 2, bitches.
Yeah, nice.
That concludes my NES library.
All right, I got a couple.
Get it.
2 exactly. First, I have one that I got right there, back, Dragon Warrior, right there.
Oh, yeah.
This game was something else for me. Back then, Nintendo Power magazine was a thing, and that people could get, and they did a promotion where if you subscribed to it for a year, you would get a free Dragon Warrior game.
I remember this and being so jealous of my friends who got one.
And I did. I talked my parents into purchasing the subscription for me, and I got Dragon Warrior. I probably a game I would have never played had that never happened. Because I didn't really understand role play games. Or
Yeah, RPGs were totally new to me. I might have played Ultima before this, but that sucked.
This was my first RPG, and I fell in love with the damn thing. It was so fun, and the quest was so. I mean, it seemed huge at the time. It's probably tiny if I went back and played now. But
I think I would like to play it again. Plus, like all the art they had for each like enemy, like when they would come up on the screen.
On the screen,
I think they had the guy who like actually drew some like Dragon Ball Z stuff or something like that. Like actually did the art for the game. So yeah, there's lots of really cool and no animations or anything. It was just
No.
a solid picture,
The
but
picture would like flash when it took a
Yeah.
hit. When you,
Full
I don't think I ever
disclosure,
played it.
never heard of it.
Yeah, these guys talking about it the only time I've ever even heard of it.
So then, moving on to my next NES game is probably this might be the greatest game of all right there.
oh
Yep.
fuck.
Bionic Commando.
This almost made my list. This almost made it.
I love this game. I love it. I beat it multiple times.
Yep.
I played it multiple times.
Did you
It
blow
is
up Hitler?
Yes,
Even though he wasn't called Hitler
he
in
wasn't
the
called Hitler, but
American
his-
version, but it was Hitler.
his face exploded in like a
And he said,
sequential.
damn.
Oh.
It changed my life.
Wow.
The gameplay for this is so unique.
Right,
to
you can't
anything
jump
else.
in it.
You can't jump. You got to get good with using that freaking
Grappling hook.
grappling hook on his arm and his bionic arm. And you can only shoot straight. You have to figure out how to get mid jump. You got to hit the button at the right time
Yep,
while you're
lots of
swinging,
and
grabbing something else. It was really something of an art form to figure out. And once you got good at it, you could do some pretty cool stuff. And so
yeah, I played this game over and over and over. Once again, fantastic music too. Music is
Yes.
goddamn awesome. But I mean, it was Capcom. Capcom didn't really do you wrong, man.
I remember, I think playing that, but I can't visually. I must not have played it enough for it to like.
I'm gonna bring
resonate.
over video games sometime, and we're just gonna have a goddamn NES session.
Do it. Let's do it.
Any more NES?
No, I'm done with.
Throw those
Nintendo.
two that I just sent you up because I have to. These just hit me because like I'm bringing it back. RBI baseball,
RBI baseball.
playing American League All Stars, right? Alan Trammell and Lou Whitaker and shit. This game was amazeballs. And the next one hit me another sports one. Fucking Blades of Steel.
Blades of Steel.
Yep.
It was you could fight in it.
Oh yeah, you beat the shit out of each
It was
other.
way better than ice hockey.
Oh man, it was
Blades of
fun.
Steel stepped up the
Oh,
game.
man. It was like the first game I knew of in the home console that like talked or
Yeah.
tried to talk.
Yeah.
Even though it sounded like
Except for maybe double dribble.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
Blades of Steel.
so honorable mentions there. So NES. So that's gonna move us into Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Mhm.
I would say.
Yeah.
So I don't have games for either of those consoles.
I have one
I
game.
never had either. of them.
one
Never owned
game for the Super Nintendo.
me too. One game for the Super Nintendo.
I also have one. I would say it's Super Tecmo Bowl.
them. Okay.
Oh, I was never the sports guy, so playing a
Uh,
video game about sports was even worse.
I love Super Tecmo Bowl. It had this option where you could create your own team.
Mhm.
So you could create, there would be, Steve would be the offensive tackle. Pete would be, you could go right through that.
He would be the water boy.
Nothing wrong with that. And
Everybody
then
needs water.
what you could do is you could run the season. Well, you just let it run. And I actually played it at a job I had. Like, I brought a TV and the console and just plugged it in at the job. And I would just go auto season and I would let it run for like 3 days. And then I would come back and you'd have all these stats and it would be like the year 2023. And you could just make all your players just all hundreds, on every level. And I played the shit out of that game. Love
No,
that.
you didn't. You let it sit and you went away for 3 days.
Counts.
You let it
Counts.
play itself.
No, but then I would play the next 5 seasons with my loaded up team.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you're
It
saying.
says him. It shows so perfect for him. I'm gonna start selling toys, but I'm gonna get a team to do it for me while I wander.
I'm
around
gonna
the-
spend time putting them up in nice hotel rooms and feeding them Red Lobster, and then once their stats are up, it's like, no, we're in this shithole, and you get Burger
So I
King.
bring all the toys and I watch them set it up, and then I leave.
You know?
Fucking
And
brilliant.
I come back, and it's like I've got all this money now, and it's like, whoa, how'd that
This is
happen?
magic.
Super Nintendo, Jeremy.
Yep. I chose. Oh, it was a toss up, but like I said, I can only choose one Zelda game, so it's not for this. Nope, not that.
No, not that. Come on, Cody.
One right before it. Nope. And before that one too. Up there we go, right there.
Okay.
What's this?
Super fucking Metroid.
Oh,
In my opinion, the very best Metroid game of all time. and it still fucking holds up to this day. I played it, I think, last year and went through. It's on the if you have a Switch, it's on the Nintendo Online thing. And yeah, fantastic game. It took everything from the first game and the second game, ramped it up to $1 million, and just fucking nailed it.
Is that what Super Nintendo did? Did they just put Super in front of?
Oh yeah, this is a Nintendo theme. Like when
Super Mario.
when they went
Brothers.
to 64, everything was Mario 64. They all had 64. Wave Race 64.
Wave
yeah.
Race 64.
So Super Metroid, fucking fantastic game. Plus, it had one of the coolest endings. I won't spoil it though.
Oh, we're gonna get to endings.
This fucking 30-year-old game.
All right, Steven.
My one and only Super Nintendo pick was probably the game I played the most of, and I still play it to this day. Street Fighter 2.
That's
Okay.
that's gonna be
They
mine,
made like
too.
8 versions of it,
They did. They made like a ton of versions.
and I
of
loved
it.
all of them.
I had one. I had the original version that came out, and man, I loved it, and I was good.
I never played Street Fighter because I played
Mortal Kombat,
Mortal Kombat.
and
We
Mortal-
did right before Mortal Kombat. We were rocking the
Look at
shit
this.
out of this. It blew my mind that, oh my god, he puked when you punch a guy enough times. And I was like, that's awesome. And then the next, Mortal Kombat comes out. It's like, oh, he ripped out his fucking spine.
I didn't like the play a bit of the playability of Mortal Kombat as much as I like Street Fighter 2. I always thought Street Fighter 2 was better. Like the controls, the moves, the
I can't because I didn't play it.
Curtis says $20 he spent to say this.
He's getting delusional. Holy shit.
Getting delusional.
He's getting delusional.
Baseball Stars was a very cool NES game. You could buy players. The best players cost millions, and you had to win a bunch of games to make the money. My brother and I worked all summer on it, and my sister deleted our progress.
Oh.
And to this day, they have not had Thanksgiving together since then.
Damn.
Dusty Standiford says, again, Battletoads. I maybe tried to say that earlier, but you didn't super chat it, so fuck off.
Listen, I'm gonna weigh in on Battletoads. That game is fucking hard. I couldn't get past level 2.
Did anybody notice that Jeremy didn't have a Turtles game for NES?
You wait. I've told you, one from each franchise.
Okay. So, Super Nintendo, anything for you, Cody?
Mine was the same as Steve's Street
Okay.
Fighter.
How
I couldn't
about
remember what one it was, but it was 2.
Yeah, it's Street
Yeah,
Fighter 2,
yeah.
but they had like a hyper fighting version.
Yeah, they had
and
hyper fighting and all
They had
these
a
other
few
different
different
versions.
versions where they
Yeah.
added the 4 other characters in.
Yep.
Super Street Fighter 2, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
With
yeah.
Cammy and
Yeah, I didn't have that one. I had the original, but my buddy had the newer one. We played it a lot at his house.
Nobody had a Sega Genesis game on their list, huh?
I do.
What you got?
Altered Beast.
Is that where you
Correct.
turn into animals?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You've brought that up before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No picture?
No, I
Okay.
I was just happy I wrote a list down because I kind of thought what I was going to be doing is whenever
Yeah,
someone would say something I liked, I'd be like, oh yeah, that was mine too.
I didn't have the Genesis, but I always had like the buddy who had the Genesis, but we had the Super Nintendo. And we'd always argue about what was better. It was like playing Sonic was awesome,
Yeah.
and he liked playing Mario, but like then we both get Mortal Kombat, and it's like he'd always go, "Mine has blood." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you! Mine plays better and sounds better." Yeah, no, Altered Beast. I did play that one too.
I never had a Sega.
I had both.
I never had a Sega Genesis.
Mhm.
So
I had Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's a
and,
fucking-
Must be nice being
weird
rich.
flex, but okay. So then that would move us into probably the final, of the era, the final cartridge would be the N64. Does anybody have anything from Nintendo 64?
Oh,
I've got
yes.
one. Cody, if you want to pull mine up. And everybody should know exactly what this is, and it should be on everybody's list. Right there in the dead center.
Oh yeah.
Right, boom.
Oh.
GoldenEye 007.
As much
Or as Travis would say, 007 GoldenEye.
as much as I would have loved to play this game, it made me dizzy.
This
I
this
couldn't do it.
game this game was
Yes,
all
Batman.
about your buddies. This was the first time you really could sit down and play 4 players
Yep, you split the
together,
screen.
into
Yep.
quads. And man, I had a buddy freaking got a brand new 32-inch TV.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
Oh damn!
Fucking Bigfoot pizzas from Pizza Hut, Mountain Dew. We're taking it out. Fucking who's got the surge?
Yeah, I was
Let's
gonna say
fucking play some
Surge
GoldenEye.
soda with some fucking Doritos 3Ds.
Oh yeah, jalapeno cheddar. Fucking A right, doggy. All right, Temple, grenades, suicides on. Let's go to work, boys.
I always loved it. You could put in couldn't you put in different codes for that to make maybe I'm thinking of Turok. 'Cause
No,
I know
you
in
could
Turok
you could
change
get
up the
different
heads and
characters.
make things rainbowy.
Yeah, you could do giant head mode.
Oh, okay.
And then
so
you could have
add
like
that
the golden pistol where there was only one of them. It was a one-shot kill.
Yeah,
And you could do like miniature mode where your character was super small. And
They did a remake of that game not too long ago. I want to say it was maybe for the Wii or something, but I never played it.
that was a hugely popular. game.
007
Huge.
still people hold
Yeah.
that shit
Yeah.
to their heart. So
Yep.
very important. I just couldn't. It made me sick.
Well, it was fast. It was very
First person
very fast.
shooters. Brr. Brr.
God, shitty graphics, dude.
oh,
Oh,
bad.
terrible now.
So
Just
bad.
terrible. Because it had like those blocky heads, but they
Yeah,
had like
it
a
was-
real face on it.
Yeah, it was weird. And it was like, it looked like somebody had stretched skin over their own face. Oh,
Yeah.
weird. What'd you have for N64?
Maybe one of the greatest games of all time. I had.
Oh, you have a
Cody.
picture?
Yeah, I got a picture of all of mine. Look for a gold picture. A gold? There it is.
Oh, snap.
Yes, the old Ocarina of Time.
This is
Zelda.
my only N64 game that I have on my list.
That is my only N64 game on that I have on my list. Although I do did quite enjoy Mario 64.
Yeah, there were plenty of games for the 64 that I loved, but you know,
Was the 64 that weird
Yes.
control?
Yeah,
Yes.
with 3 posts and then it had a
Yeah.
joystick.
it was
Yeah.
the
It was the first
we
time
had
they
a
missed a joystick with a D-pad,
Mm.
you know.
And I'll tell you that Mario 64 to this day still plays fucking amazing with that thing. Ocarina of Time was, oh god, it was such a change because before that we had A Link to the Past, which was still that top view type, and then they finally got into the 3D world, and it fucking
And
changed my life.
I've talked about that. I played this recently, and I got quite far until Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I stopped playing. But it's amazing to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the graphics could be updated and everything else, but the gameplay, the puzzles, the dungeons, everything about it.
Moving Zelda into a 3D world for the first time, I mean, they fucking nailed all of it. The story's fucking great too.
Yep, music is great.
Yep,
Um,
very music based too.
First time you can ride a horse with
Yep.
Zelda or with Link. Just yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good about that game.
This is formative years games, man.
Yeah,
You know, this is kind of getting into that realm of that better understanding of just fight them up and do the added level of complication came in, and
well,
there
yeah,
was more
'cause once you,
strategy and-
having to do puzzles in 3D, all of a
Mhm.
sudden you're like, oh shit, I have to go to a different floor, and oh my god, that looks different than it did before.
Yeah.
You're like, ah. But yeah, it may not officially be my favorite Zelda game, but it's the one that had the most impact on me, so it's gotta hold me right in my
yeah, anything for
heart.
N64?
I never played any Zelda, and I honestly never had the 64, so it was just if I hung out with people like GoldenEye and stuff like that.
Cody, N64?
I don't know if you remember the wave racing game.
Yes.
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yes.
That was fun as hell,
Yeah.
man. Jet skis.
Yep.
Traded a Tickle Me Elmo for it.
You are a pervert. You are a pervert.
Oh, this is back when you worked at Meyer, right?
Back when I worked at
Yeah.
Meyer, and I was the first one to take shit off the truck.
Yeah.
And I
You
could-
made sure you got those Tickle Me
I
Elmos.
grabbed
I
it was actually a wrestling coach that was looking for a Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
And he said, if you give me a Tickle Me Elmo, if you find me a Tickle Me Elmo, I'll give you this game that I got.
Nice.
And I got him Tickle Me Elmo.
I worked at Kmart, and Majora's Mask had come out, which is essentially, a direct sequel to that Ocarina of Time. And there were 2 copies. And by the end of the night, there were 0 copies.
Yep.
So I think we jump now from cartridge into disc. This is where we get into the
Same
Sony PlayStation,
Or
maybe
like
the
Dreamcast
Xbox
and stuff.
the Sega, No, we're not to Xbox yet.
Yeah,
This
well,
would be
PlayStation 1 would
1.
have been direct competition with the 64 at the time.
And then also the Sega Saturn.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So PlayStation, pull it up, Cody. It's the first big one, right? No, first big one, right
you
there.
go.
Oh, yeah.
So this right here, this to me, this is a Jeremy/Travis game for me. I played the shit out of this. The soundtrack was amazing because it was real music.
Tony Hawk's Pro.
Tony
Skater.
Hawk's Pro Skater, probably should say that because
Yep.
not everybody's watching. Good call. And Trav, this was the game that you could, do the crazy combos, right? As long as you stayed moving.
Mhm.
Well, you got to the point of where you upgraded your skills enough to where you'd never fall off of a grind.
Oh.
So you'd go to the airport where it's just a big circle and you'd grind and he would just, and every time it was circle times 4, times 5, times 6, and you just turn the TV off and go to bed and wake up the next morning with a 400 million point combo. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So,
Mm.
but
I didn't play
just-
it too much, but I did see it a lot, and lots of my friends were playing it.
I've got
Hugely
hours
influential.
into this. Was probably the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater was probably one of the first games that I had, like hours into. Other than Cody, pull up I had a Sega Saturn. I didn't have a PlayStation. I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater in the later editions of PlayStation. Go down. Nope, go back up. Go back up. Stop. I don't see it. Where the fuck is it? It's football one, Cody. It's football.
Look for football.
Boom, right there. NFL Quarterback Club 97. Dallas Cowboys, Emmitt Smith, 98 toss right, 98 toss left. He'd run for 2,000 yards a game. And you could juke and you could stiff arm and you could spin. Holy shit. I'd be winning games like 200-0. Quarterback Club 97.
Never played it.
I never even heard of it.
Sega Saturn.
Me neither. But I never played a Sega Saturn once
I had a
in my
friend who
life.
had it. I don't even know if I ever really played it.
I didn't play the Saturn. I did play the Dreamcast once,
Never played the
and I
Dreamcast.
owned one actually for
Yeah.
a while there.
So GameCube was around this time as well.
Was it? No.
That was their first disc-based. Nintendo's first disc-based
That
game.
was later.
GameCube was probably 2001.
So it's more like PlayStation 2
Yep.
time.
PlayStation 2 era, I
Okay.
think.
This is the time when PlayStation came into play, right?
Yep.
Right around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So we had the
Did you-
64, and my brother had a birthday, and he was like, "Bitch, I want the PlayStation." I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Mhm.
And he got it, and I was like, "Huh, there's actually some pretty good games here." It was,
Yeah.
what was it? Oddworld. I don't know if you guys ever played that, but like little
Mm.
alien dude trying to save his little buddies and shit. That shit pretty fun. But my game from PlayStation 1 would be it's my favorite of the franchise. Once again, yep, that's it right there. Castlevania Symphony of
Oh, wow.
the Night.
It sounds like a fucking Megadeth song.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Symphony of the Night.
I will tell you that once again, the fucking soundtrack for this is amazing. Started getting into like lots of really complicated types of music and shit. It was pretty fun. Some jazzy numbers and some metal numbers and whatnot. But this was what they call Metroidvania type of game. Very similar to Super Metroid and of course this game. What it was is it wasn't just linear. You weren't just going forward the entire time. You could go through the entire castle. I mean, sometimes you had to get various items and shit to get maybe higher or to open certain doors or whatever, but very, very fucking open world going inside Dracula's castle, and you got to play as Alucard, Dracula's son.
Oh.
So you're going through it and you're trying to kill him. You're upgrading your fucking weapons through the whole thing. So it's not just one whip like, the other games had and
Yeah.
all that. And you could get these other things and then combine shit with other shit. And you had special magic powers and blah, blah, blah. And then to top it all off, once you beat a certain point, the entire castle flips upside down and you can play the entire castle again. And it fucking changed my life, man. I love Castlevania, like for the NES and Super Nintendo and all that shit, and beyond it too. But yeah, this is the one that just holds a huge place in my heart. So
Are you enjoying the Netflix show?
yes, and so the show that just got done, where they had 4 seasons or whatever, that was based on, I think, like sort of Castlevania 3 and one of the PS2 versions. But now the one that's coming out next week is based on like Symphony of the Night and forget the other one, but so that era.
Oh,
So
that's super cool.
yeah, so like I know Alucard's coming back and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like I'm excited. So
Nice. I have no PlayStation 1.
I can't
Games.
remember if it was 1 or 2. But Madden. Like I did love Madden football. I absolutely loved that game. We'd play.
I think if you were a football fan and you didn't like the
Yeah,
Madden games, you
yeah,
were
there's
kind of
something.
weirdo.
Yeah. And I had a couple buddies, and we would just like, that's what the Golden Eye parties, where you would sit down and you just play fucking game after game. And I really did enjoy Madden. It was a fun one. The Madden Curse. You guys remember that?
I never played Madden.
No, what?
The Madden Curse was more of a, back in the day when I just loved watching football, but the Madden Curse was whoever was on the Madden cover the year prior, always the next season.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
They
I
al-
do know about that.
They always got hurt.
Yep.
Man. Like, they blow out their knee. It was like,
Mm.
yeah. It didn't stop them. They still were on cover Madden.
A runner-up for PS1, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. If I had to pick
Yeah.
one from PS1, it would have been that.
It's not on my list, because it didn't hit my top 10. But Metal Gear Solid and the subsequent sequels were fucking awesome.
I never once played
Oh,
Metal
oh.
Gear.
It's a trip.
Hello,
man.
it's Pete.
Hello, it's me.
Hey, so for the listeners and the watchers, we had someone comment and say that they wanted to share their list, and this person apparently is going to blow all of our socks off. So you are up. Go ahead with your top 10 video game list live on the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast.
Okay, well, I lied. I don't have 10. I have maybe 5.
Five will do. That's twice as many as Travis
Who
because
we
he
talking
sucks.
Oh, well,
Who did you say?
Jeremy's done it.
am
Oh.
I better than Travis then? Is
Oh,
that...
by a long shot. It's not even close.
Wait, that's my kid?
Yeah.
It didn't sound like her. Okay. All right. Go ahead, kid.
Okay. So, I am a sucker for anything Kirby.
That's true.
Okay. I can see that.
But the Kirby game I'm choosing will probably make some people upset, and that's Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Yeah. We used to rock the shit out of that game. I don't think you could die, right?
No, it's like you couldn't die, but it's like these gems that you picked up, which was essentially money you would lose. So like at the end, like if you didn't have like any gems, it'd be like, oh, you gotta redo it because you didn't get any.
That's right. You had to
Okay.
keep going back through. We
I
would
don't
rock the
think-
shit out of that together.
I don't think I ever beat that game because when I played it, I was like 8. I didn't know how to play video games.
I tried. I tried to show you.
Okay. Also, these games, they're not in like a specific order. They're just the ones that I thought of.
That's perfectly fine.
Next game, Twilight Princess.
Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess.
Okay.
Yep.
That is my favorite game of all time. I've replayed it maybe 8 times, I swear.
What platform is that on?
Right?
When I first played it, we had it on the GameCube.
Yeah, it was the last Zelda game for the GameCube, and then they flipped it to do it on the Wii so you could do the motion controls. So instead of being left-handed, the whole game was flopped, and you would play right-handed with it. So everything was
Okay.
reverse.
Yeah, and then we got the HD version on the Wii U.
Yes. Which they need to do for the Switch.
I was about to
That's
say,
stupid.
like, nobody has a Wii U anymore except for me and Dad. So
I think we're the only ones who ever bought one.
exactly. I don't know anybody else that has said they have a Wii U. Okay. The next game is The Sims 4.
Sims?
Okay. You play that on PC?
Yes.
All
like,
right.
It's like the only game where it's like you don't have to put in so much time and effort, but like you do at the same time, you know? I'm a sucker for anything that's like you get to design exactly what your character looks like.
Oh, I get that. Character creation is huge.
Exactly. And with The Sims, there's so many different like factors that go into it. And if you like get like you download mods and stuff, it completely changes the entire game.
Are you the type of person that creates a character, try to be the most like you, or one that goes crazy the opposite and tries to build somebody that's your complete polar opposite?
See, that just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
All right.
I feel like trolling today.
Yep.
Nah, for real. Okay, the next game is definitely South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Going back into the character creation, I could create a South Park character that looked just like me. Like, are you serious? And I just love RPG games so much. It's like I feel like I am that character.
That's such it's so cool when you can get into that kind of immersive experience. And when you, especially in a game where it's complicated enough where you're forced to make decisions and you have to go, okay, well, if I do this, I'm technically going to be a bad guy, but I don't want to be a bad guy. And yeah, that's super fun.
Right. And I just love that game because the way it plays out is exactly like any episode of South Park. Like, because obviously it was created by like Matt and Trey. So
yeah, they had a big run of South Park games that sucked ass. And these were like the first ones where they finally were like, all right, we're gonna, put our fingers in this shit. And yeah,
right,
I never played it, but
when I got the game, we saw it like in Walmart one day. It was like $20 for the Switch, and I was like, I have $20. Let me get it. But, like I was just like, oh, it's South Park. I like South Park. And then I played it, and I was like, this is my favorite game ever, basically.
That's awesome.
And okay, I have one last one. This one, Untitled Goose Game.
I have yet to play this. This is a recent game, right?
Like kind of recent. I came out, I think 2019 or something.
That's recent.
So like, and I have it, like I got it on the Switch for Christmas one year. I beat it in one day. Like it's a very short game, but it's just so fun.
Are you a goose?
Yeah, you play as this goose, and like what you do is you just run around and ruin everybody's lives. It's literally like the object of the game. Like you'll get like a checklist, and it'll be like, okay, there's this farmer. What you want to do is ruin his garden, and that's pretty much it.
Nothing wrong with causing some chaos.
Nope.
Exactly. Oh, and when I found out you could do multiplayer on that game, so like me and my best friend, we would play the game multiplayer. So there's 2 geese, so you can like tag team like different tasks. It's like, oh, I'll do this one while you do this one.
So you literally you and your BFF are a gaggle of geese going around and just shitting on everybody.
I mean, that's us even when we're not playing.
All right.
Can you tell she's mine?
Oh, yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for posting up and for calling me. And
yes, of course.
we appreciate your insight into the games.
Anything.
All right.
Thanks, kid. Love you.
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye. She posted in the chat as Laura.
Okay.
And said, Jeremy, this is your kid. Put me on the podcast and have me give my list of video games. I would make literally everyone so mad at me. And so I messaged Laura. I said, have Lily call me.
She did send me a message. It said, Dad, you 1,000,000% are not a sports game person. Remember the tennis game?
Oh, your elbow still hurts, doesn't it?
I think it was Wii Sports, but
man.
Okay.
Real quick, I'm going to run through going back to kind of Altered Beast. Wonder Boy for Sega, Cyberball. Dusty says Genesis had a 6-button controller, so it was better. WCW versus NWO.
That was good.
Donkey King Country, Mario Kart 64, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter was tits on a Ritz, says Lacey Dean.
Turok was cool when you got the code with all the fucking badass guns.
3D could be awesome. The N64 proved that 3D could be awesome. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire for N64.
Yes, that was a big one for me.
Tomb Raider on PlayStation. I remember that being a huge deal. I never
yeah.
played it, but
Yeah.
Jedi Power Battles, NBA 2K on the Dreamcast, Wipeout. Lacey Dean said Dave Mirra's BMX. That game was awesome, and you can't find it anywhere. I played it on the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 forever. It was basically Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but it was the BMX version.
Lily confirmed it wasn't Wii Tennis. She said it was literally the game called Tennis on NES.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that game fucking sucks.
Twisted Metal. I never played,
Loved it.
but it was huge.
Mhm.
That was huge.
Got that show out right now, right?
It's good. I watched it. Crash Bandicoot. Dino Crisis, NFL Blitz was better than Madden, says Dusty. Man, Dusty's stepping on all sorts of shit piles today. Ready to Rumble, WrestleMania, Twisted Metal, Splinter Cell, Legacy of Kain, Prince of Persia.
Ooh, I love Legacy of Kain.
Twisted Metal Black was the best of the franchise.
Side note, that's where Kane's name came from. Legacy of Kain.
Named
Oh,
after
I
a
always
video
thought
game,
it was
huh?
the Bible because of your thorough roots into Christianity.
Nope. I tried for Legion. That was from the Bible.
I thought it was from the Bible too. I always thought they had two kids and Cain killed the other one.
Understandable. Nope. Legacy of
He wasn't
Kain.
able to make it.
Legacy of Kain. That was a good
All right.
one.
So
So now-
PlayStation. So there was another competing console at the time of PS1 and Sega Saturn, and it was the Panasonic 3DO.
Oh, I guess
And
I kind of remember.
I
that.
knew one person that had it. It was my cousin.
Is this the one that
And-
had like those Mario and Zelda games that were
I have no idea, but all I know
Like
is he had
unofficial?
every one of the games because it flopped so hard,
Yeah.
everything clearanced, and his mom went and spent like $80 and bought 100 games or some shit. It was crazy.
I've never heard
Nice.
of it.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
the only one. So moving on from there, now we're obviously the PlayStation generation. We've moved through. Xbox came in at some point.
GameCube?
GameCube.
So we're in the PlayStation
So-
2 generation.
Yeah.
Yep.
2, 3. I mean, a lot of those games you could play on later consoles as well. So
There were so many PS2 games that were great, and yet I have 0 on my list.
I have a few.
All right,
yes.
let's hear it.
I got really addicted to Gran Turismo 3
I'm gonna
at
eat
the
this whole
time,
thing
which
by
is a
myself.
racing game. I haven't done a whole lot of racing games, but this one always got me.
Very excited for the movie.
I'll watch it. I won't go see it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of neat that they're doing a movie on it, and it's based on a true story. So
Good actors in it too.
yeah. But just the whole at that time, the cars looked so realistic, and the controls were really good for the times, and the whole idea of winning money to get cooler cars. It's really fun. So that's a big one for me from that era. Probably the biggest one for me is thought I sent it. Didn't I send it? Oh, I didn't send this one, but I'm gonna put it in there. Maybe I'll have 11 then. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid, not that one.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
Not that one. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty.
That almost made my list. That almost made my list.
Never played a Metal Gear Solid.
No picture.
They are
No, I
fucking
must not
trippy,
sent
man. They are trippy. Lots of like stealth fighting and shit.
I
but,
just sent it.
Yeah, and like all the bad guys are like they have like supernatural powers and they're fucking all weird, and I
Like
can't
that
explain
guy
it
in the
to you
trench
at all.
coat and the skates.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, come on, that was crazy. You had
it's
to hit
so
him.
Japanese. It's so Japanese. Just nutty.
Just the whole starting out as the sneaking in that game is just, I don't know how to explain it if you've never done it. And Chris Middlecamp got me on this. This is when Chris Middlecamp lived in a house I was renting, and I came over there to hang out, and he showed me this game, and I was like, I gotta have it. So
Well, and it's you start off as Snake, right?
yes, you do.
But then you turn into Raiden.
Yes.
And there's that whole section where you're buck naked and you're like
Yes.
holding your nuts with
Yeah,
one
you're
hand,
holding your nuts.
and
That's right.
and you're doing like flips and like beating guys up buck naked in the game. It's so fucking funny.
And then in the end, you get to fight with both of you.
Yeah.
Raiden and Snake are fighting together, and I don't know. It's amazing. So and
Metal Gear are the big.
I want to say
machines.
this is the game that made me buy a PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
So, and unlike Jeremy, I'm just going straight up the best video games, for me. So I didn't stay one to a thing because
I only put that limit on myself because I know I'm bad.
My other PlayStation 2 game is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Fantastic game too.
I can't believe I've
Kills
never
me.
played any of these.
This
It's
one
never
was
too
cool.
late.
Hmm.
I had a big lull in video games in my life.
They're
So-
putting these games out again
Oh, I'm sure.
in like a
having
3
kids
or
or
a
what?
4-pack or some shit.
Well,
Yes.
just I got
And I'm
into,
down. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I'm going to go through it again.
By the time I started driving, I quit kind of playing video games.
Yeah.
And I didn't pick up again really until I was. Well, I bought a PlayStation and played Tony Hawk and stuff a little bit, like when I got out on my own.
Mhm.
But it wasn't until 10 years ago when you and I started hanging out. We played a little Resident Evil, then we played a little Call of Duty, and then it was been all over. And then you were like, "Hey, booze," and so
I've always at least had, one. I would always be the Nintendo guy. I'd always grab the new Nintendo console.
I have one more, I think, that is in this generation. It may be PlayStation 3 generation, but I don't think it is. And that is the Force Unleashed from Star Wars.
Oh, Seabolt loved that one.
This game is really, really, really good. The sequel was it was fun, but it was short, and he's got 2 lightsabers there. This might actually be the sequel. This is the Force 2 picture. That's not accurate. What I'm sure the one is the one. The first one is the better one of the two, but they're both great. The force powers you could use, how badass that was. Sam Witwer did the voice of the character.
Who's that?
Star Killer, right?
Star Killer.
Yeah.
Sam Witwer, voice of a lot of stuff, voice of Maul in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Has that character Star Killer made it into anything else?
Not yet. They're waiting for people. A lot of people are waiting for that character to be made canon. Because he was Vader's secret apprentice.
And he's a
Yeah.
badass, like
He's a-
super powerful.
He was, and he's evil. He's evil in the beginning, and he has a great character arc. He's just really, really, really cool.
So, obviously, who cares if we're spoiling anything for everybody? But in the second one, he was a clone, right? Because doesn't he die in the end of the first one?
yes,
And
the second one is a clone
yep, and they're cloning him.
with all his memories or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And yes.
Yeah.
And he fights with 2 lightsabers, which is fun because customizable lightsabers in it, and just different blades you could get, different crystals you could get, and your lightsaber would change.
Yeah.
Just a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Being able to just wipe out
Yeah.
some stormtroopers.
I never played it, but like I said, Seabolt wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
I think most hardcore Star Wars fans who were gamers,
Mhm.
this game was.
It was a big deal.
I never played it, but I've watched like on YouTube. I've watched game stuff, and it was one of those. I think like most Star Wars fans. were
That's
like,
what's
"Holy
great
shit."
about living in the world of the internet right now is like if you've never gone through a game or you never like beat it or something, you can just watch somebody do it.
Watch the whole thing. I mean, the cutscenes on some of these games are. I mean, like perfect example. I've never played. Gosh, what is it? I don't know. Injustice.
Mhm.
The back and forth fight. Those games, and I think is it Mortal Kombat or is it? I think it's done by,
Injustice is DC.
I know, but I think it's done by the same company. That anyway, but you just go watch the cutscenes from those games, and it is some of the coolest DC shit I've ever seen in my
That
life.
sounds like the lamest fucking thing in the world.
Dude, I'm telling you, like
I've heard great things.
there's one, and you guys probably have all seen it, but there's one, it's an alternate Earth kind of thing, and like it's Luthor and Deathstroke and Sinestro, and they like kill Wonder Woman. They kill, I mean, and Superman's like floating up in space, and all of a sudden, I think when they kill, like Luthor's like call him, and Diana, she says Superman's name, and all of a sudden he like they go and he's like just out floating in space, and the eyes open up red, and he just fucking flies in. It's like this coolest battle scene ever. Never played a game, but I watch that. Shit,
Right,
like,
right.
holy fuck.
Mm.
Just amazing. Did you ever play that? No.
Yeah, my game during that time was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was either yours or Adam's game that me and Dylan would just
Yep.
play.
Yep. All the time.
Did you guys play? Did you guys play?
Never
Grand
got
Theft Auto?
Never got into it.
I
had one
a
of them.
little bit, but mainly just to get the cops on me and to like get a tank and
Yeah.
just fuck shit up. And
Yeah.
I never did any of the missions or anything like that.
Yeah, I played it. I owned one, but it was fun. But I never went through the whole thing or anything.
There's some comments in here. Max Payne.
Max Payne was fun.
I rocked some Max Payne. The Suffering. I did play The Suffering. That's pretty trippy. Halo. Never played. I tried Halo a little bit. I think that's all I see here.
Never got into Halo.
Siphon Filter was kind of cool too.
Well, I'm down to my last two, and it'll be
Okay.
the next generation. So if you guys got more from the PlayStation 2,
I think I think once you kind of hit PlayStation 3,
It's
Then
kind of
you-
free for all now.
yeah, you kind of get into.
I got a
you know,
GameCube one though.
Okay, hit us with a GameCube before we
Um,
get into kind of final generation.
Boy, I'm waiting for it to come up. There we go. Right there. Resident
Oh,
Evil 4. It broke from the
it's gotta be on your list, right?
That might be my number one.
this
Did you
game
have a
was
GameCube?
phenomenal.
No, I didn't play it on GameCube. It was on PlayStation too.
Yep. They have it for PS2 and they've done a remake of it and shit too.
Travis just saw the trailer.
Travis is like, dude, my buddies and I used to get together. We'd pop on YouTube and we had a riot watching other people play.
Back then, it was, we recorded the commercial on VHS. We were watching it over and over. Yeah, they finally got into like the over the shoulder views through the whole game, so you can just spot on aiming and just fucking shit up. Great story.
Scary.
The dudes with the fucking chainsaws.
Chainsaws?
Fuck you.
Scary.
Fuck you.
Scary.
I would scream like a little bitch.
There was I'm pretty sure, and it might have been like the next version of it. But there was a gameplay where you could play like against a clock, and it would be in one of the levels, and you could just play against. You're just trying to get as many points as you could in that time, and it was just lickers, just
Yeah. Oh god. Terrifying.
just repeatedly. And I remember like we would play it and just be like you would jump.
Yeah.
You would literally jump playing that game.
Yeah. And it's actually to the point where like I almost don't like to play the survival horror games anymore because fucking Resident Evil would shake me up, man. Fucking great though. Fucking great. I think I beat all 1 through 6 and I haven't played much after that, but
Oh yeah.
good shit. I got a 360 game.
Xbox?
Yeah.
I've never owned an Xbox.
Me neither.
It was close. I absolutely love the Ghostbusters game that came out back then. They had one for the 360 and for the Wii. Both two different games, but same kind of story. Fantastic, but they didn't make the list. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
They redid it a couple years ago, and everyone should play it. But it was this game fucking made me absolutely love the 360, and it was Batman Arkham City. The sequel to Arkham Asylum. This is the one where like they out him as Bruce Wayne as Batman. They like capture him. He fucking gets loose and whatever. Joker's got a fucking some virus or some shit, and he's like withering away. He infects Batman with it, and the city's fucking nuts. Like it's blocked off so nobody can leave the city, but you know all the inmates are basically running it. It's fucking nuts. Some of the best combat that I've ever fucking played in a game, and it's one of those things where when you hit a guy, you fucking feel it. So you just want to beat everybody fucking up the whole time.
That game is the reason I bought. I was out of gaming, and I saw an advertisement for The Last of Us, and I was like, "That looks really cool." And then I saw an advertisement for that, and I thought, man, that looks really cool. Then Black Friday deal, PlayStation bundle, it came with those 2 games. And I was like,
yeah.
it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And so I bought it. I bought it on Black Friday, and that was a 3, I believe, PlayStation 3, I believe, and got back into it. And then I upgraded to a 4 because I could watch Blu-rays on it, and it's been over ever since. So
No, and
I didn't get very far into it. There was a part of that game you had to batarang up onto something.
Oh
and
yeah, I heard there was some hard.
and I couldn't,
shit.
and I tried and tried and tried, and I said, fuck it. But that was when I was playing, like I played, you loaned me Captain America and Deadpool, and I played those games. And
I just remember like the doctor or the Mr. Freeze fight and shit. Like that shit was fucking hard as hell. There were lots of stuff in that game I never got everything either. A bunch of Riddler things you had to unlock and all that, but I did end up beating it. But
Those are like
and of
some
course
people's top
Kevin
games.
Conroy and Mark Hamill doing the voices
Yeah.
and stuff. Like it's fucking awesome.
Also pretty cool cutscenes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
You
If
have
you're like
this
Travis-
on here. Not a lot of people know about this, but this was amazing.
What is
Yeah.
that?
it's called Motherload.
Okay.
And so check this out, right? I'm working security at Mercy Hospital, and I'm sitting in the security office when I'm not doing my patrols and not getting called places. And I was on a forum called Great Lakes 4x4, and it was basically a Jeeping site, right? And it was a the bulletin style forum. And I spent hundreds of hours on that thing while I was at work, just with it up in the background. They had a little game section, and they had a game called Motherload. And you have this little ship, and you just you drill down into a block, and you collected resources. You flew back up. You got a bigger tank, a bigger hull, and as you went down, the stuff got more lucrative and it got more dangerous. And and yeah, when I got my PC, I bought it on PC. On Steam. It was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's
So-
so good.
Yep, but it's a great time suck.
Okay.
So for people that aren't as lame as like Clash of Clans and stuff.
Well, it sounds like somebody's not going to be playing that anymore, so they might have some time.
But yeah, Motherload, man, that's good shit.
Rushing up before your fuel
Yeah,
runs
yep.
out.
Low fuel alarm, and you're
Yeah.
flying, going, and eventually you get to the point where you get so deep that you get you can buy little teleporters that teleports you back to the top. So
Curtis, World of Warcraft, that is all.
never played.
No, I've watched a buddy. I watched it literally suck the life out of him. He played that game probably for 8 years straight.
So
I hear it's amazing though.
I played the space version, StarCraft, by Blizzard, the same, and that I played a shit ton of that game.
Yeah.
And that was one where we get together with like 4, 5, 6 people. I'll bring the computers over, and we would just play for 5, 6 hours.
Crazy.
Go to mine. This is probably the last of the early onset consoles that I have on my list. Fucking Guitar Hero
Yeah.
for the guys like me
Mm.
that want to be like Jeremy but actually can't.
Let me tell you, it's a lot harder than playing actual guitar,
Right. So
especially if you know the guitar riffs. It's basically a rhythm game. So
right. And honestly, too, I found having minimal experience playing the guitar. I'd had guitars my whole life and understood enough to where like it too basic didn't make sense, because I could, in my head, I knew what the strum pattern was, and it would only be every other strum.
yeah.
So I had to play at least a little bit elevated, or else the song didn't make sense to me in my head. But that was a freaking riot.
Yeah, I remember getting the Metallica one.
Yeah, I got it too.
Fucking awesome.
That was fun, and I really enjoyed doing Rage Against the Machine.
There you go.
I was horrible at those.
Oh, I was not very good.
I
I think medium was the highest I could ever do on anything, and even then.
When you
I-
had to start sliding your hand to hit the 5th button, I was out.
Yep.
You guys are gonna be shocked by this. But something
You watched other people play it?
no, but something with the timing of how you were supposed to watch that thing get into whatever, and that's when you would push the.
Yeah.
Like
You're like,
just-
I am so white.
Yeah.
I have
Like,
no rhythm.
rhythm. Like I was like, I just can't do this.
I never played like the whole band version. Though.
Rock
I
Band?
only, and
I had
fucking
Rock
Guitar
Band.
Hero. I think even had like drums and stuff. at
Yeah,
some point.
eventually the drums were always tough because, again, I have a basic understanding of, my best friend growing up was a drummer,
Mhm.
and so I have a basic understanding of, and it was like no, I can hear the hi-hat being hit.
Yeah, but
twice
you're
as
not
fast,
supposed to
but
hit that. You're
yeah,
supposed to
it
just
was
start,
weird,
yeah.
man.
I knew a drummer too, so I basically knew how to drum. I would just like, because I knew that guy, I was like, hey man, hey Bill knows how to drum, so give me some sticks.
Some people are smart enough to understand the theory behind it. No, I can't play drums.
He knows a doctor too. That's why he's constantly giving medical advice.
You've risen to where you are because you can turn valves.
No. It's because I knew a guy who could.
That's all you do now. You don't turn valves anymore.
Exactly. It works for everybody.
Oh, yeah. So I did. I knew a guy who drummed, which makes me an expert, and I was supposed to play with a big band, but
People
I
used to
opted not
call
to.
me at my old job all the
be a
time.
hero.
They'd be like bitching at me about snow plowing or something. They'd be like, my dad used to plow snow, so I know how to do it. I'm like, okay, that's what Pete would be doing.
He's got me. He wins.
All right, so where are we at, guys? Let's wrap this up. This is getting long.
We're basically modern now.
I got modern Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout
Yeah.
4. It's on. You pull it up. It's on my list.
Fallout was just amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And Fallout is what led me to everything else that I've done now.
Since, yeah.
Never
So-
played it.
I tried to play it, but I instead downloaded Far Cry.
So, we did.
Which was also a fun game, right?
I don't know. I got bored with it real quick.
Far Cry 4. That was Far Cry 4. Yeah,
I'll
that was
never-
one in the Himalayas. I started it, but never got into it.
I'll never forget that phone call. Well, I can't find you guys on the game.
So cute.
So I'm
Think
gonna
about it.
I'm gonna blast off my last two and be done because they're from the same franchise. These would be my top 1 and 2. This is gonna be Breath of the Wild from Zelda, my number 2 game of all time, and going on. The next one is Tears of the Kingdom. These two games together have probably sucked up more hours of my video game playing than anything ever before.
This is your number one?
Yeah.
Both games are phenomenal. Yeah, me and the kid just last night were still playing Tears of the Kingdom. We beat the game, and we're still going back and like finishing stuff up with places we've never even been yet. So.
I've not beat the game. I just keep doing more side quests.
Yeah,
Just-
I
Well,
suggest
you don't wanna
doing
beat it,
that
right?
because it's a bummer when you beat it because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I kind of
It's
want
over.
to do that last. But no, there's still so much more you can do in the game. But yeah, both of those are fucking great.
So I'm done. That's it. That's all my 10. So you guys have at it.
I got one more game, and
Yeah.
it's kind of jumping back. But since nobody had an arcade in their house, it's the bottom one. Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, the actual arcade game though, not the NES version.
The NES version was close to making my list because I played the shit out of
It's awesome. They add some more stuff to it, but you can't do the 4-player at the same time, and the graphical downgrade was a bit sad. I do love the Turtles in Time game, but this one was like, it's the one. You know, it's the whole. You're going through the city, and you gotta, you're getting up to Shredder and Krang and all that type of shit, fighting inside the
Looks
Technodrome
like
in
a
the
fucking
end.
cartoon.
Yeah, and I mean, 4-player at the same time. This shit fucking changed my life. Those old fucking beat 'em ups like that are just fantastic. Like the Simpsons and the
X-Men.
X-Men of the time and shit. But yeah, Turtles was just fucking awesome, and that's still to this day the best Turtles game I've ever played. So
All right. Jeremy's done.
I'm done.
Trav?
My last two, Call of Duty. Yep.
And then I just put the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah.
World War II is what got me. It's the first time I ever played multiplayer. And I've been playing online ever since. Every new game that's come out, I've bought and played.
That brought up a one that I really could have had on my list. Medal of Honor, which is the precursor to the Call of Duty ones.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't
Yeah,
play
that
till
was
World
good.
War II.
It was a World War II game. It was the World War II game. First person shooter, World War II, and then Call of Duty came out, and they kind of ran away with the franchise. Medal of Honor went away, but Medal of Honor was fucking fantastic.
Where Modern Warfare 2 is the current that I'm playing. And I looked this morning before I left. I have like 517 hours into that Call of Duty.
Holy shit.
So
Yeah.
and it's I play with Derek Ayers quite a bit. There's been a couple of games that I haven't picked up this year just because I haven't. But what was your other last one?
My last and my number one, Clash Royale.
Clash Royale.
How much
Well-
money have you spent on Clash
A
Royale?
lot.
No, I mean, do you have a ballpark? Do you have an idea? You think?
$200.
Oh, that's
Do
nothing.
you get the pass?
I got the pass for probably about 6 months in a row, and then I was like, there's not enough benefit to it. I did just get it recently again because I was like, I might as well just, because I found a gameplay that one that I was liked playing it quite a bit. And don't get me wrong, goofy.
Right.
I mean, just like Jeremy said, you can't.
But it's in
believe
your
people-
hand. It's fun. You
Yeah.
can do it on the fly.
and it's a great 10 minutes.
You can get kicked out of that. Groups.
you can use it as a way to shame people.
Yep, you can. Demoted. I was an elder at one point, and then they're like, "Oh, you missed one battle. You're demoted."
Yeah. That is the only game I still play. That's it.
Wow. I'm currently playing it's Blasphemous 2. It's
Jeremy-
old throwback to the Metroidvania style
Jeremy,
of
you've
games.
done your 10.
I'm throwing it's a bonus for all those people out there. Like
Bonus.
I
Like that
started
type
with
of shit.
11 and have added 4. While
I know, right? It's hard not to, right? No, but
I still
Blasphemous,
have 5 games.
it's got a lot of dark Catholic themes,
Hmm.
and you are running around as the penitent one, and you're just killing shit. It's fucking awesome.
Sounds fun.
Great.
But pull up my list for me, Cody.
Pull up his dress.
really
Go all the way down to the bottom,
I really want to see that. But
right there.
Hmm.
So Bethesda, Fallout 4. Everybody told me to play this game. I didn't play it till it had been out for a few years. Absolutely amazing. Fallout 4, Skyrim. It's open world. Go wherever you want. Side quests. Bump into people on the side of the road. They need help. You do it. It was amazing. It was a big difference for me going from Fallout to Skyrim because Fallout is essentially very much a projectile firing game. It's all weaponry, where Skyrim is very much melee and magic. But I truly, really, really enjoyed that.
I've heard nothing but wonderful things about Skyrim.
Yeah, I've kind of got it where I feel like at some point I'm going to play it.
Well, Cody and
I feel like I should, being a
Well,
gamer.
Cody and I would describe it as a grown-up Zelda
Mhm.
Oh,
because it looks like actual people and it's not cartoony. You know what I mean? So for big kids,
oh.
When you can
Wow.
fly through the air and then
Yeah.
go to the ground and then go into the depths,
Yeah.
then it's Zelda.
okay. So
Plus, there's a hot chick named Zelda.
right next to 007, other way, right
And when
there.
all the people go and make weird noises.
So Far Cry
Okay.
5. I bought 4 and played it for about 15 minutes and got sidetracked. I was really into Fallout 4 at the time, and the controls were a little bit different, and so I stuck with another play of Fallout. I picked up 5. I played this entire game. I beat it. It was psychologically damaging.
All right.
That
So it's basically a cult. It's 2 brothers and a sister. They have a cult in Montana, and you take them out. And I will tell you that the game's been out long enough now. You want to talk about games like kind of being scary, like jump scare, like Resident Evil and stuff. This was like this guy's sadistic. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's a few different endings. The ending that I got was that guy in the middle. I killed everybody. I beat the game. I saved the town, and he detonated everything. And you come to, and you're tied to a chair in a basement, and it's just you and him. And now you're going to go back out into the world after he blew everything up. So like I beat the game and lost. You know what I mean? Like it was, and I was like, well done, Ubisoft. So I'm currently playing my first run through of Far Cry 6. I've got about 40 hours into that. But I think the only one that I haven't talked about now is that one right there. I am
think you really did
balls
have 15
deep
of them.
into what?
I think you really did have 15.
I mean, it might have been closer to 20. I had a bunch. So I'm almost at 50 hours of Starfield. That's what I've been playing the last week or so. This is the new Bethesda game, Fallout, Skyrim. There are people saying that this is the best Bethesda game ever. I am inclined to agree right now. The gameplay is amazing. The open world is the largest I've ever seen. You actually fly and dogfight spacecraft from your spaceship. You can upgrade and buy new ships, and it's just
Interesting.
it is absolutely amazing. And I'm like literally like going home from work early to play. It's that good.
God, I don't need that.
There's like
So,
1,000 planets that you can go to.
yeah,
Wow.
it's absolutely
Are you
nuts.
playing, Cody?
Not yet.
But yeah, I would recommend it. The last one I had on my list, I'm playing Starfield, and I'm playing my most recent playthrough of Fallout 4 and Far Cry 6 that I'm playing has all been on PC. The last 2 Call of Duties have been on PC. I haven't touched my PlayStation in a long time. But there's one last game on there, and it's PC only on my list. And this is one that I've actually streamed for the viewers. It's up in the main box underneath Starfield. There you go. And that's Project Zomboid. This was a step back as far as graphics go. This is an isometric view. Walk around, kill zombies, collect stuff, bring it back to your base, build it. One of the greatest things about Project Zomboid is the game opens up with this is how you're going to die. And you die every time. And so
Interesting.
you respawn into your map, and whatever you've done is still there, but your character starts new. You can actually create what's called a bound journal, and you can write in it, and then you level ups and stuff back.
Okay.
But you get bit in this game, and you can't. If you get bit, you die. Within 3 days, you're going to die. So you get bit, you go back to your base, you drop all your shit off, you run out in your underwear, let the zombies take you, respawn, read your book, get your skills back, and go at it again. Each time, obviously you last a little bit longer, but ultimately it's just super fun. But it's it's looting and crafting, which is Fallout, and which is Skyrim, and which is Starfield. You just grab everything, and you can the depth of the game is just amazing. So
Awesome.
but yeah.
Oh, Nate Strong, he didn't super chat it, but he did say Limbo, another must-play game. I just beat Limbo, so that one's fucking awesome. These indie games, man, people often overlook them bitches, but it's like the whole thing is it's just in shadows the entire time, and you're like this little boy who's like running around trying to solve these little puzzles and shit like that.
Well, Project Zomboid is made by Indie Games. That's actually the name of the company.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay.
But it's the same thing. It only lights up what direction you're facing.
Yeah.
So everything goes dark behind you, and when you spin,
Well, this is like literally
crazy.
it's all shadow, and so, except maybe some of the stuff in the background or whatever, and just have to manipulate the environment and basically try not to fucking die, but you will a million goddamn times. Curtis Ackerman says Trevor didn't super chat, but he's wondering about your favorite arcade stand-up games. Mine are the side-scrolling X-Men and TMNT.
I just want to be done.
Diablo 4 and Baldur's Gate 3 were 2 games that everybody's ranting and raving about that I have not picked up yet. So
I'm gonna lie. I've never played one. Move on. 2 years.
Heaven forbid we want to talk about something we want to talk about.
you know what we should talk about?
Talked about vagina.
How much we hate
bar
women.
for a fucking half hour.
And how they're the inferior sex. We should do that.
I loved X-Men.
I never really played arcade games. Time Crisis is where I liked. That sounds great. That and Deer Hunter.
I started back old school, the Pac-Mans, the Cuberts, the Dig Dugs,
Love
the
those.
Moon Patrol, and Space Invaders, and I mean, ain't
When
nothing wrong with all them Donkey Kongs. And
when I've brought up the same video game for 300 episodes because it's just drawn by somebody different or holding a different sword, then you can bitch. But until then, you don't have a fucking leg to stand on. So. Well, no, this He-Man's got a crooked pointer finger, so he can hold his power sword better. Fuck you.
It's a toy podcast. Remember that?
video games are toys. Remember that?
I'm gonna go with that too. I agree with that.
I was referring to him being mad that we're talking about He-Man.
I'm not mad we talk about He-Man. I'm mad that we talk about the same He-Man every single week. When you literally have an entire podcast
that's different.
dedicated
You just
to He-Man. If I had a video game podcast and I constantly polluted this
But
podcast
this is a
with
toy
video
show.
game
We're
stuff,
not like we're never gonna talk about He-Man out here.
and this is immediately where Jeremy is enjoying talking about video games. He's the biggest old school gamer of all of us, but he runs to Steven's aid.
I'm not running to his aid.
I just want to talk about He-Man.
I didn't like He-Man a lot.
His dick in his mouth, but whatever.
There's never been a good
So-
He-Man video game. Fuck him.
Someday.
There was that one on the phone.
That was the best one ever.
Tappers.
No, the
No,
one
yeah,
before
Tappers of
that.
Grayskull or whatever.
Yeah, there's,
The, no. The one.
the side scrolling.
Yeah, it was
one.
a side scroller one. We always bring it up. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of it, but it
What?
was,
You always bring the same thing up?
oh, it's the most powerful game in the
Yeah, it was
universe or
stupid.
something like that.
Yep.
You bought it, and then at some point you couldn't play it anymore. It's like I paid for it.
Yeah,
How did you take it away from me?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gone. She gone.
She
It was
got.
fucking great though. Best He-Man game I ever played. She gone.
So anyway, time to. Well, we got to do toy news. We're 2 hours in already, so let's do a humdinger of an episode here.
Let's make it happen.
I just want to
Was-
talk about.
Was there two? Oh, yeah, there it is. The most powerful game in the right there.
That's number 2.
Oh, number one. I've actually never played that one. The one that's it's somebody just made that one. They look like the cartoon versions of the characters. I think you can even play as like Lion-O and shit. and-
We literally fucking bitching like it turned into fucking He-Man shit.
Look
said
what
it.
you did. You
You
did
said
it.
it.
You did it.
You brought up He-Man.
Cody, fucking stay in your lane over there, man.
Jeez, it's your fault.
Oh,
There's a VR.
Apparently.
dang.
Oh, maybe I might have that. I think I just saw it on the shelf. I was like, oh, that's neat. Don't even know what it's for. Yeah,
All right.
I have a problem.
I sent you some pictures, Cody.
Hooray!
Pretty excited.
Yep. Let's go to the top one first. There we go.
Is this toy news or toy drama?
This is toy news. And
There's
you
got
know
to be
what?
more photos of this.
It's toy
There
news.
definitely is. Yes.
There might be a little bit of a.
There is toy. It is toy news, and I will say that all of the toy news today I would say has a little bit of drama.
A little drama sprinkled on the top
Yes.
here with a little
Yes.
we have a little drama shaker.
Oh, look at that beautiful thing. Where do I?
I'm going into debt for this figure. That's how fucking cool he is.
That's how Monkey King was for me.
the figure we are talking about is the
I'll
the
get him
new
someday.
figure Obscura that was launched yesterday. The mask of is it the mask of Red Death?
Red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, the mask of Red Death. And right from the get-go, I just got to say this is a beautiful example of the teamwork at Four Horsemen Studios. And you talk about the soft goods from Siegism. You obviously the beautiful sculpt, which is going to be Four Horsemen Studios. The packaging, man, I gotta say, Nate just killed it with that packaging.
You want to show the
Beautiful.
packaging, Cody?
Beautiful packaging.
We're gonna have to start talking shit about Nate because every time we talk great about him, like we can't get any better. We can't be like he's even better
Yeah.
because it's only so he's at top tier every fucking time.
And then, man, the shots that Trevor took of this thing, of this evil creature, are just killer.
I know absolutely nothing about the
Character?
origin of the character at all.
Nah, no.
It's from a poem or a is it a
Edgar Allan
poem?
Poe.
Edgar,
I
yeah,
don't know if
Poe.
it's a poem or story.
Short story, I think.
Yeah, I didn't read enough of that. I just know that this dude looks evil as fuck.
Yep.
And
I know Laura looked at me and she's like, oh, we need this one.
you take those amazing soft goods off and you got this. And I'm like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
By this, he's showing the body underneath, which looks like an emaciated zombie-ish body.
Looks like a Gibdo.
Here. Yes, he does. But then
That blood effect.
the
Yeah.
blood,
So
the
cool.
clock.
I love the
Like
clock.
I don't know what
his
I'd ever do with that
vagina's-
clock.
Bleeding.
Ugh.
You ever notice the feet on the clock are actual skeleton feet?
Yes, I
that's
did.
Awesome. I didn't notice that.
What's that?
The feet on the clock are actual skeleton feet.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Man, this figure is just beautiful.
Just in time for Halloweeny too.
Yep. If you're watching live or listening, as far as I know, I did not just pull it up, but it's still the figure is still available. But limits were just lifted, which means that
Things could go
figure,
fast.
She gone.
yeah, that figure could be gone really quick. Just beautiful, and I am. They constantly amaze me. I guess
So
that's the
they
best way
did
to put
a 9 o'clock a.m. drop yesterday, and then they did another 8 p.m.
Yep.
drop. Now, did it sell out in between? Does anyone know?
I believe
did
it
sell
did.
out.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I know the all in did.
The all in
All-In
did.
And the all in is sold out right now
It was
too.
I think I looked at 9:07 and the all in was gone. So 7 minutes after it dropped. It could have been less than that, but at least 7 minutes in, it was gone.
I was able to secure an all in and an extra figure of this. So far, I bought an extra figure of every figure Obscura just to have in the package. I don't because I got problems. And
Nice flex, bro.
yeah. Jeez.
Jeremy's over here talking about he's going into debt for this. Steve's like, I bought 4.
Yeah, but I didn't buy a stinky
What's that?
plushy
What's that?
Pac-Man
What?
with.
What?
so
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I didn't spend my money on
Is
that.
this
None of my
one of the
plushies
one
stink.
and done sales? If you don't get it yesterday, you never get it.
You can still get it today.
But I mean,
Not-
like after this though, like it's
It's
not
done.
at shows. It's
well,
not at,
they usually will have like a limited amount that they
Yeah.
take to shows.
Like
but
I picked
it's-
up a Monkey King at PowerCon.
but I don't think they're walking in there with 40 Monkey Kings.
No,
No.
they're not.
It's a limited kind of
They
thing.
usually sell out
Yeah.
at these shows.
Yep. And every once in a while, I think sometimes you could still maybe see the Headless Horseman at one of the shows, but we all know, I mean, they keep stock back in case there's
problems.
that then they can, rectify.
Which
Well,
they have to go
eventually-
to Facebook and search them because nobody knows how to just get a hold of customer
Yeah,
service.
yeah. And yeah, as you can imagine. Yep. So some drama to come along with this beautiful figure, of course. And Pete loves this stuff. So Jim Hayen wanted to make sure everybody knew. He posted in the Cabal, finally, a figure Obscura I could skip. Glad for others who like it, just not for me.
Nobody cares.
Good to know. I've been wondering.
I was wondering how that guy felt about it.
There was
you.
Here's another one. And I can only assume that it had to do with something along this because this was posted yesterday. Rich Keiss posted, I really love when fans become honorary members of Four Horsemen Studios. I never thought I'd see the day when fans know more than the studio. It's just satisfying what a great place this Cabal is. I'm just a stupid fuck, I guess. Well, thanks to all the self-employed fan cheer boys.
Wow, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
I don't understand who he's mad at though.
Yeah.
Is he mad at people who are championing the Horsemen, or is he mad at people that are ridiculing the Horsemen?
Steve, I don't know if you know how Vague Book works.
Hey, book. Oh yeah.
But I got no clue. I do know Rich does some great customs, I believe. Nick Enrique says, how the Mask of Red Death was not a midnight release eludes me.
Oh
But just was a great answer.
yeah.
Jeremy
Because a lot of people would have liked to have gotten up at midnight.
Jeremy jumped in and said, easy, because Jeremy and Chris don't want to be up at midnight doing all the work needed to launch a figure.
And I don't want to get up at midnight to buy it either. So
yeah, I think obviously he was just playing. Probably that's, I would say, part of the story. But a lot of people want to make sure everybody knows they're passing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, they should let people know that they're passing.
Mhm.
I barely post at all in groups anymore because nobody gives a fuck about my opinion. I don't know why people still think that people give a fuck about their
I
opinions.
barely post in the Cabal anymore. I love the Cabal as far as
I'd like to say something now and again, but nobody cares.
nobody cares. Even if I post a custom in there, nobody really cares.
There's brought this up when sites get to a certain size,
Yes.
when groups get. So I've noticed if I've posted something that I think, let's be honest, it's straight fire, it'll get 25 likes, hearts, whatever. Guess who all 25 of those people are?
Friends.
They're on my friends list.
Yeah.
And I think it's when groups get to a certain size, I mean, stuff just gets buried. And then the only people that see it are.
But negative stuff makes it to the top.
Well, of course, because everybody wants to comment and argue.
Prime example is my Ninja Turtle group. No, people will post shit in there, and like nobody will respond. There's like 8,000 people in there, and like there's like one like, and the second one is from me. And then like somebody puts in something controversial though, like, oh, the new movie, they made, they did that, blah, and all of a sudden everybody's like, Black April, blah, 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 and there's like 100 comments. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's all people respond to anymore. It's the negative shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It hurts my heart.
I've been scrolling for 30 seconds. There's 32 posts in the Cabal about this figure.
Yeah.
And screw it. Ordered a red mask. If all the kids jumped off the bridge, and so will I.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
And I'm telling you right now, and again, people can say whatever they want, and I'm a dog with a bone, and I'm beating a dead horse, blah blah fucking whatever. This is what is going to destroy the Cabal. The Cabal is going to be like everything else that splits off. You're going to get a group of people that are going to get sick and tired of seeing this shit, and it's going to splinter. A group of this size is not going to survive with the personalities they have in there. It's going to be a slow death. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're going to start to see the important people in the Cabal breaking off and doing their own thing. I
I've been
guarantee
saying
it.
that for years.
And it's going to happen. But I'm not wrong until I'm dead. So,
Curtis says, did you know there's a nobody cares what you aren't buying Cabal?
he actually created one. And then Curtis posted that he wasn't interested in buying a 2024 Kia Sorento, which I thought was hilarious.
That was good. That was very good.
Absolutely hilarious. But nobody gets it.
No, they don't. They
It's
these group. The hard part is you have people who love the line. They're not always like us, where they have a community.
oh, here we go again with the fucking loners.
I'm
man.
just
defending
saying,
the lone wolves.
some of these people they need those communities to be able to talk about these things that they enjoy.
Do you think that maybe that fucking loser asshole in Des Moines, Iowa, if he didn't act that way on Facebook, he'd have friends in real life to be able to talk to? Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe, but I do think there's a huge portion of toy collectors, and not all of them, but they struggle with maybe social things and like that. And so I just understand how these groups sometimes become.
You have more friends than anybody we know. Shut up.
I didn't say all toy collectors. Some people just like staying at their house. I mean, they need people to talk to.
Curtis sent me a message, and I want to put this out there before I forget him, so I'm going to interrupt real quick because I will forget. He said, don't want to super chat and interrupt you guys' great conversation, but at some point, can you promote the hashtag painted up contest in the Cabal? We have a buttload of prize packages.
You have 9 podcasts. Do it on your own fucking show, Curtis.
And all you have to do is post a picture of a figure you painted with the hashtag.
In the Cabal?
In the Cabal, baby.
Did you create a thread that everybody could post them in the same fucking thread?
Well,
no, you didn't, Curtis.
Sounds like it needs to happen, Curtis.
Fuck the fuck off.
That's what the hashtag does.
Oh.
It's super simple. Hey, guys, here's the figure obscura posted by Jeremy Gerard. Put all your comments here. Just put all your comments here.
Yes, I think that is the threads. Threads is the best way to do it.
Oh, 1/6 shooter. If you're going to post, make sure it's interesting, thought-provoking, or fun, not just your casual thought that popped into your head while you were pooping. Thank you. 1/6 shooter gets it. He goes on to say, yes, they need a dedicated thread for got 'em during sales. Hey, if you got your figure and you want to tell everybody you got your figure as if people care you got your figure, put it in the got your figure post and stay the fuck out of everybody else's way.
Pete, when are you gonna
I'm not the only person that feels this way. I'm just the only person at this table. You've got no balls. You've got his balls in your mouth, and Cody doesn't give two shits. I'm the only one willing to say it.
I don't get as agitated as you do.
His balls
You
are
know what?
fluffy.
Oh, but,
This is the problem with the cabal. All right. Everybody is so concerned. We're almost to 5,000 members. That is a fucking kiss of death. Okay. That might be the masquerade death for the fucking cabal. Because it's more important that you've got 5,000 people in there than 1,000 people that actually contribute in a way that people care about. We want to sit in there and we want to fucking circle jerk each other off with DeWitt as the fucking pivot man because we all know he's the fucking cuck of the group. And we're going to jack each other off and we're going to fight and argue and debate over stupid shit. Fuck that.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now.
you look ridiculous with those sunglasses on.
The mature answer is, Pete, shut up and leave the cabal. That's the mature answer. But I'm not mature. And I'm not going to do it.
One day Pete's gonna get pissed. He's like, I gotta go to Cabal and see what's going on. He's gonna go.
Oh.
He's not gonna be in it.
Unleash the fury. Well, the other day somebody posted up something, and immediately one of the admins says, "We're going to be watching this post carefully in case this goes sideways. We're going to shut it down." And then there's 97,000 posts about the Red Mask of Death, and they're on the beach sipping a fucking mimosa or some shit. Where are you? I even posted the very first post, and I did the right thing. The very first post that popped up, it was a minute. I was the 6th or 7th comment. Very first one, I said, "Hey, admin, create a thread so everything is in there before this gets out of control. Do your job." Fucking nothing. Ghosted. I'm sure Elliot Lee was in some sort of epic armor battle at the Ren Fair or whatever, but
Someday I want to do we do the Pete's top 10 of things he just is so mad about.
Number 1, Oliver Peterson.
Pickled fucking shit on the plate.
Why do we have to mix pickle with everything? Hot take. Why the fuck do we have to pickle everything?
I don't know. The pickle bologna is sent from God.
Fucking Heidi is walking around limping because her lips are sore because you pickled her pussy. And it's not fair. Because you wouldn't eat it unless it was pickled. Fucking freak.
With the occasional jalapeno.
So go get that figure.
Yeah,
And
get it.
When you get it,
It's nice.
make sure you get on the Cabal. Let everybody know you got it.
Yep.
Did you get one? No, you probably didn't get one.
I did not.
You did.
I'm 2 weeks out from the daughter's wedding, so I'm not buying a goddamn thing right now.
We already know what situation you're in, but so I guess my question is for Travis. Did you really even look at it before you bought it?
I didn't.
Me neither.
I just saw red.
I saw red. You can't miss seeing it.
Yeah.
But I did not look at what it comes with. I didn't look at any. I just went straight in, all in.
Was it limit 1 per person?
Limit
Sure.
1 all in, but you could buy 4 of the figure.
And when it first opened up?
Yeah.
See, I can't believe there wasn't 19 posts about that being bullshit.
There was a few, of course, but nothing. I don't think anything that really tracked. Yeah. Because that actually led more to people thinking that it was
So
going
did
to
you
be an
get
army builder.
2 all-ins and 8 figures
No,
then?
you could only get 1 all. Oh, I actually did not buy from the second yet. I do need to go in and probably buy some more.
Yeah, grab me one. Put it on my tab.
Yeah, I same thing.
Yeah.
Like I just go in, buy as fast as I can, and
I looked, saw, oh, that's fucking amazing. I won't be able to get one though. So I was just like, I'm gonna. And I went, hey, Laura, did you see the new? And she looks, she goes, oh, that's good. And I went, fuck. Well, it drops again at 8 o'clock. So
That's by far my favorite shirt the Horsemen have ever done, and I can't buy one.
Shirt.
Yeah,
Is there a shirt?
yeah. The all-in, it comes with a shirt.
Comes with a pin, right?
No, it comes with a shirt.
Then it didn't never ask me for my size, so I don't know what
Okay.
size. I'm
I
getting.
hope it. Yeah.
The all-in had 3 shirts, black, gray, and red, with the headlight LED logo on it.
Aren't you looking at the all-in right now?
All in.
I thought it was a mug, a pin, and the figure.
There was a picture. Cody pulled it up on the screen earlier.
Yeah.
It had shirts.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if Retro Rags has shirts for it. They're not in that all.
Oh, so maybe that was just this is all the stuff that you can get.
Yeah, that would
The
be.
because the problem I run into is those shirts. I wash them once and they're trash. They don't fit anymore. Yeah, see shirts.
Gotcha. Yep.
So I wonder if those are available over at Retro Rags.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, they're the coolest ones ever. But I've got the shirt that they use, that Giljan shirt.
From Retro Rags? Because this is my Retro Rags shirt and it didn't shrink up.
I can't say Retro Rags. When I saw this, I thought it was Horseman. Remember they did the 2 logos that we got with other deals?
Yes.
And those ones, I mean, they're belly shirts on me after one wash.
Yeah.
So, but if it's Retro Rags, I can reach out to Motu Joe and go, hey man,
Yeah.
can you do me a 3X long? And I'm sure he can. So that makes me happy.
And
Because that shirt is fucking amazing.
I'm not sure if
And
it
and
is
it's my
Retro
color
Rags.
style.
Doesn't have that logo up there.
Right.
So I'm not positive what
Yeah.
that is.
Well, let's fucking ask.
I think probably if you just went to Retro Rags website, it might.
No, I'm going to bother Jeremy
Just
Gerard
read
on a
the
fucking
website.
Sunday morning.
Just post it in the cabal.
Regardless, that shirt does look amazing.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to get one of those as well. Yeah, so pretty excited about that. How'd you guys feel about it not being a holiday thing? I mean, I obviously know Halloween's right around the corner. We'll get it, but
I mean,
to me,
if-
I don't feel like that is.
I'll say it kind of felt holiday-ish.
It feels like it
Halloween.
fits with
Yeah,
Halloween.
so you guys do feel like it.
Like
is
I
Halloween.
think you could have that on a shelf right next to your Headless Horseman and it would look really kick ass for Halloween. So I'm
I
kind of
agree with
glad
that.
it was a scary, creepy thing.
Mhm. Yep, Retro Rags. Here we go.
Jeremy says sigh. No one reads.
No, we're just
We literally have the text in front of us. So we're like, what is it? Maybe.
Yeah,
no one reads.
nice. Yep, all the way up to a 5X. Yep. So that shirt is cool. Super cool. All right, so we good there?
I think
Yeah.
so.
All right. I sent you some more pictures. This is gonna be what I happen to grab. Nope. G.I. Joe ones. Maybe down. Maybe down.
No.
Or maybe up. Maybe up. Up. What the fudge?
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, what'd you do, Travis?
I thought they went through.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you look for them. Yesterday, I believe, or the day before, I'm not sure when they had like an event where they were with Hasbro Pulse, I believe, right?
Mhm.
PulseCon.
PulseCon, yes, and they dropped a shit ton of GI Joe images, that are really freaking cool. A lot of characters. They are going full bore with Joe, and that's Pete's got to be.
There's a hydrant out of service. They need to notify me because
Might
that's
be
what
a
heroes
hero.
do.
Travis, these.
Yes.
So
You want me to send them to him? You just want to grab them?
I can click them from here.
Okay.
they are killing it with Joe, and in my opinion, nonchalantly giving an FU to Vala.
Really?
We'll get there.
That's what you thought?
Well, not with all the. Not with. I'll explain that when we get to that particular
Okay.
figure.
Yeah, sounds
but,
good. So real quick, let's take a look at these Joes. We got Big Boa.
We do have Big Boa here. You gone, Pete?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It sounds like it might be a medication delivery call. So
Bye, buddy.
See you.
I know somebody who's given medication before, so I know how to do that.
Well, that's the main thing. You also know somebody who's been butthurt before. He knows how to do that too.
I'm pretty good at it. Might be the best.
Professional.
He's the best in the business.
He's the top G when it comes to butthurt.
Professional.
Butthurt.
You should do a Ric Flair for Pete.
He's a tattletaling, crying, wailing.
Oh,
Laura just sent me a link to a Pose the Mask of the Red Death t-shirt on TeePublic, and it actually has Vincent Price on there.
Wonder if there was a movie with him about it then.
I bet there was.
So back to the GI Joe.
Finally,
Big Boa, man. Big Boa is. I mean, he's a fun figure.
is he?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was when they were starting to get. They did some fun. They were doing some crazy. Dude, you
Looks
never
like
liked
some
Big Boa?
S&M
Travis
shit.
shaking his head.
No, he was. I Frank-and-Joe'd him. Took him apart and put different pieces on him. Big Boa didn't do anything for me.
I love Big Boa. You know what the biggest thing about Big Boa as the original figure was? He had boxing gloves that could come on and off his hands. That was pretty cool.
Stupid.
Laura says there is a movie starring Vincent Price. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's one of my favorite GI Joes of all time.
Oh God,
I
really?
love this. Airborne is on the screen,
Yeah.
looking fantastic. I was hoping that Airborne would have been a stretch goal for the copter, the Dragonfly, but he was not. And but I love that guy. He's just super cool looking. This Metalhead. Now this is crazy. We're getting into Iron Grenadier territory here.
You know what's funny is I never really was a Metalhead fan, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be able to pass on this one. But I looked at all that gear, and that was a fun thing about that figure.
Yeah, he had a lot of shit.
And I'm like, he's gonna look so fucking awesome outfitted. Yep, I'm gonna have to get him.
Metal Gear, or Metal Gear, Metal Hat, Metal Head, right?
Yep. I was a Iron Grenadier fan too, or Destro's.
Yeah.
I like that division, that group.
I'm all in. And again, it looks like I don't have my. Looks like we got blast effects again.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's rockets coming out. So blast effects for the rockets will be coming out of those launchers. It'll be on his hips.
Eric Miller says Metalhead is TMNT. Duh. Yes, it is.
All right, next.
I mean, Mutton Junkyard is a must-have. That dog looks great. It's. I mean, 2 heads for the dog. I don't know what else to say. It's a great rendition of Mutton Junkyard. Travis doesn't care.
I will not buy that either. It is a beautiful figure, though. A great rendition. They killed it. The dog looks freaking amazing.
I like the blue background.
Oh, next.
Quick Kick.
Pass.
Quick Kick is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
How's he gonna win in a fucking laser battle?
And he's got bare feet.
Yeah.
And I love
Bare
it.
nipples.
In the cartoon, you know where they meet him? In the snow.
In the snow.
And he's got bare feet and no shirt.
Chocolate bar.
Yeah,
Which that comes from a cartoon or a comic. I can't remember. The chocolate bar.
I think he was doing a commercial for chocolate bars when they met him.
Okay.
Because he was kind of like an actor.
Yeah.
Like, he was like supposed to be like a Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This figure looks amazing.
Oh, it's cool.
It
It's
looks
really
amazing.
cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna have it just because it's ridiculous. And
It'll look good on a shelf.
it'll look good in the mix of the G.I. Joe ridiculousness.
Yeah. I totally get that. Oh,
What do you think of this, Travi?
Techno Viper. So I will. Techno Viper was a figure I liked. I didn't love. But I think it might be hard for me to pass on him, and it's really gonna depend on what weapons he has in his backpack. But because that was a cool feature for that figure. He had those different things you could plug in, and I just love that. And he's a bad guy. I kind of need him. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I love his purple silver.
Yeah, so good.
Color combination is great.
Yeah, it was so
Look.
good. It's the bad
So-
guy. Man. It's the bad guy.
Oh, finally a classic, proper Scarlet.
She does look amazing. Yeah, comes with a ton of stuff. She looks really good.
Got that bodysuit on.
Yeah, she looks really good.
No wonder Duke was into that.
I will not buy that either.
Rakondo, a proper Rakondo, because we had the Tiger Force Rakondo. Rakondo was one of my favorite figures as a kid. I loved him. He was, I mean, come on, the Jungle Trooper, the hat.
Looks like Bayou Billy.
Amazing.
Uh,
Amazing. I'm so excited to get a regular Recondo here.
Bill with
So
Dorothy.
happy
I
for you
must
guys.
resist G.I. Joe.
Don't do it, Bill. Don't do it. And a proper Duke finally. Looking like Duke should. That's a proper head sculpt there.
Have they only released the one so
They've
far?
only really released the one and then the Tiger Force one.
They redid them though too. They the first one they redid like the color.
He was early in the line.
yeah, he
Yes,
was in
he
that.
People were
was.
kind
He
of
had-
talking shit about
He
him,
had
right?
the blue and the gold trim on him
Yeah.
and looked like he belonged in Captain Power.
This is Duke. Yeah.
This is Duke.
Yeah.
We've got Duke.
He's a lot more familiar.
And I believe these are going to be, are these the ones that are going to come on the retro card?
Yeah, which they've said too that the retro cards are going to be a lot thicker card stock now.
So they can hold up. Now, this is where I say they're giving the finger to Bobby Valla. Because this is just, this looks like it could be a Bobby Valla. This could looks like it could be
Yeah,
a
if that said
Valaverse.
Valaverse up there, I'd say, yep.
Yeah. And they're like, okay. And I think that is going to be very popular.
That looks amazing.
I mean, look at the weapons selection there. They're giving us real weapons. Hasbro's giving us,
Yes,
you know,
Not
realistic stuff here.
not that shit that came with Wave 1. Yeah, so this is where I do have some drama that stems from this.
Oh.
okay.
As you can imagine, this was some these were some pretty heavy drops when they hit, and there's still a couple really great figures that
Coming.
we're gonna hit. But I do, since we started talking about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Someone said, posted a post, of course, that said, well, that's the end for Valaverse. Okay, which we all know that's not happening.
It's not the end for Valor.
It's not even close to the end. They're putting out great product. They have fans.
Everyone
Nothing-
should be happy that there's two
Oh.
things being put out right now that
Hell
are just
yes.
amazing
Yeah.
looking.
Well, then Jason Torin jumps in and says, not if their weapons continue to come out warped.
Oh.
Talking about Hasbro's weapons.
Hasbro's got a warpy weapon
Yeah.
problem.
Have you had that experience, Steve?
Honestly, with their boxed,
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Yeah.
They're in a they're protected in there and they're not stuck in a tray.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually good for their weapons.
Rick Lopez goes, it's better than them snapping in half.
Oh, snap.
Also, never had
Get
I've
it?
never had Vala's snap in half on me either. So
No.
if that's what the dig
That's
is,
that's what the dig is. You know, so I tell people this. I prefer tight. Like I prefer tight.
Mhm.
Yep.
How's that? Is that tight?
That did sound a little tighter
Little
than
tight,
usual.
see?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you were concentrating.
I was.
You were like tuba, you know.
Were you concentrating because you thought you might have a little accident? Is it
No,
you
no, I
good?
feel very comfortable
Good.
right now with
That's-
my
That's
bowels.
good to hear. So glad to hear that. And of course, then people start going about, well, he used heat, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Tom Van Halen said, without Valaverse, Classified would still be using pin joints. Each line pushes the other. Action Force isn't going anywhere. Don't you worry.
Friendly competition is what I say.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
They're
like
pushing each other to do better. Fuck it.
I like it.
Everybody wins in the end.
Rob Ewing jumps in and says, well, without Hasbro, Vala wouldn't have had the inside info and scooped up that IP like a seagull in a McDonald's parking lot.
What's this back and forth shit?
Dude, I don't know if you know this, but the Vala fans and the Hasbro fans, man, if you go into some
There's
of
a
these
line
groups,
drawn
oh
and
my
they choose a
gosh,
side.
man. They're pissed about him scooping up the IP and all, and I'm yep. And Tom says it's great what he's done. Talking about Bobby.
It is.
Yep. And Rob says only according to his blind fanatics, aka the Vala blind.
Is that all they can come up with?
Vala blind.
Oh boy.
But guess who jumps in here? Adam Bradley Freeman.
Oh, snap. ABF strikes.
Here comes some real knowledge.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Bobby Bozo.
Oh, shit.
But ABF worked on the
It
line.
worked down the line.
Now he's turning on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoops. I better not poke the bear.
Mm.
You called him Bobby Bozo.
I thought this was a good one. Competition breeds innovation and excellence. Big word. That was from Laconia. And Keith jumps in and goes, well, Laconia, innovation, they're based on 60-year-old toys. I don't think competition caused them to celebrate their 60th anniversary. And that's cute. You think they're in competition.
60 stretch, and he's going all the way back to the 12-inch figure.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're kind of like, people are saying that one that was just up with all that weapons and stuff, they feel is kind of like an homage to, I mean, I think they even might have said, if we were real toy podcasters, we probably would have watched PulseCon, where they would have talked about each of these things.
Or we could have at least had somebody on that knew what the fuck we were talking about.
Instead, we're just getting our information from the comments.
Yeah, I think it's better that way.
I do too.
I never do my research. I just read what other people say.
Riley jumps in and goes, they are used, opened Action Force are selling higher than used, opened G.I. Joe for sure.
I believe that.
Okay.
Why do you believe that, Steve?
There's less of them out there.
There's less of them out there.
Oh,
What else?
supply and demand. It's weird how that works.
What else?
You can't just go to the store and get them.
Mm-hmm. What else? How much do Valiverse figures cost?
Oh, more.
More. They're more expensive.
Weird how all these things add up.
Yeah.
Like $30 versus 24 now for a Joe, maybe.
Don Snyder says, how will Bobby counter? Rick-
He's just gonna come out doing his thing. He's just gonna keep doing what he's doing.
Rick Lopez says the same $3 and yet another color.
For Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Rob Ewing is not a Valiverse fan. He goes, he will come out with what he calls another all new, all original design that strangely resembles at least 3 other existing IPs.
1/6 shooter did jump in and say they said it was an homage to the 12-inch line, and they talked about maybe doing the fuzzy hair. So just had to throw that in there. Somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
But that's a deep fly.
I apologize for that.
Megatron Bulatalian says, I couldn't give a fuck less about the companies versus another, but that G.I. Joe generic soldier is absolutely epic. And hell yeah, it is. It definitely is.
It's very cool.
And one last one I want to just make sure we got out there. I recently walked away from Super 7's G.I. Joe line because their quality is so bad and they're so damn expensive. And I'm so stoked that Hasbro is continuing the retro line. My biggest regret is buying the Super 7 stuff.
If Super 7 stuff was cheaper, I don't think people would be bitching as much.
Yeah, but
So they're like $55 to $65 a figure.
yeah, the only people that are doing that are people that either are just loaded, or they're compensating.
You don't think that maybe they just love the cartoon versions? No.
Loaded, compensating.
Compensating for
Little of both.
Just remember it. Okay, just remember it.
Compensating for their dumb friends.
Adam Bradley Freeman jumps back in.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
boy.
Back with the attack.
Rip Action Force.
Oh, damn. Bobby Bozo and Action Force dying.
Holy shit.
Fucking ABF's on fire.
It's almost like there's a history there. All right, a couple more of those figures to go through, Cody, real quick, just so we can comment on them, because there is a couple that I think Steve will also be like, whoa.
That is cool.
Is that Torpedo or is that just like a Frogman?
No, that's a Frogman because I already got Torpedo.
Oh, that's right.
Did the vintage line have an African American face? Because if not, I'm gonna throw it in a fucking drawer.
That
Pointless.
That wasn't a big vintage figure.
I'm not an ethnic fan.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, that figure's beautiful.
That's great.
Super cool.
And I love the fact that they're giving you 2 different heads like that, and you can create that.
I love that
army.
you can put your Torpedo in the lead and have 2 of those guys behind him.
Hell yes. Hell yeah. Ooh, is that all on that list? Oh, that
Oh, I
is.
thought there was more.
There is more, Cody. There is some more. Gosh, is that in the? Maybe if you click that.
Because there's Grunt.
Yeah. dang it.
There's
I think Grunt's.
Oh.
I think Grunt's been out.
Wait,
for a
what's
little
one more down? Sorry. PulseCon G.I. Joe Classified Series reveal.
I wonder if you click in that, if there's.
Oh, is that what we just looked at?
No.
Oh,
this is-
okay.
oh, we
here
got,
they
we
are.
got Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, here they are. Those pictures. Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, we got it looks like Ripper there.
So I was not a crazy Dreadnought fan. I know that's crazy.
Are those
I
Steve's
know,
hands?
dude. I know. But
Dreadnoughts are awesome.
I will say that looks like just an amazing fucking toy.
I love the Dreadnoughts.
I don't. That just looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And
And he was my favorite one.
really,
Oh yeah, I loved Ripper.
Ripper's pretty
It
good.
was the Mohawk. He had to have, their Hawk looks freaking cool, man.
Hawk looks cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
hitting all the nostalgic vibes here.
Yep. Super good. I love these shots that they're doing too. These, the toy photography.
Yeah.
Using that now in the sales.
Trevor could do better.
No.
That's what's her name? Helix.
Yes,
don't-
Agent Helix.
Don't care about that figure at all.
You don't
Never
care
heard
about
of
it? You
it.
don't think that looks good?
It looks cool, yeah, but I don't really care. She wasn't on main GI Joe.
Right.
She wasn't in GI Joe, was she? Or was she?
She was a comic, I think, character that was created or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like that weaponry she's got there. Those forearm.
Yeah, it looks pretty
blades.
neat.
Plus, I'm not a huge ninja GI Joe guy.
Oh yeah.
I like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. That's fine, but we don't need a bunch of ninjas.
Yeah.
Jinx will work because she was main.
Yep. I won't buy her.
Oh yes, love him.
Shockwave.
Shockwave from Detroit.
Shockwave looks great. Shockwave was a figure I had.
Shockwave looks
Yeah.
tight.
What do you real
Tight,
quick?
tight, 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 tight.
Real quick. Can you go back to that picture? So they've been doing this. They've been putting pictures of characters like in the background and kind of blurring them out
Yeah.
and kind of teasing some stuff. I can't tell if this is actually Stalker or not Stalker. Sorry.
Storm Shadow?
No, Shadow Tracker, the Shadow Tracker
Oh.
figure. Yeah, which I think is hitting shelves shortly, but still kind of cool to wondering what that is. All right. And next,
Buzzer.
Buzzer. Also looking really freaking cool. Coming with a chainsaw.
I like chainsaws.
Hell yeah.
Skin your ass raw.
Yep. Great figure.
Trevor says his friend Matt Cohen does the photos and they are fantastic.
Yeah. You're better. You're better.
Yeah, you're better.
You're better.
But good on you for not letting it go to your head.
Yeah. Ah, that's good. He looks great.
I love the tattoos.
I love the long
I mean, it's
hair.
all added on now.
Mm-hmm.
He's hot.
The tattoos are super cool.
Look at his balls.
he
And I think he might be the last one, actually.
may be.
Yeah, I see into the pictures.
Yeah, because I know Grunt was. I think Grunt they showed it soon.
Grunt was
earlier.
like hitting
Yeah,
shelves
yeah.
at this point, I think.
Grunt just reminds me of poop.
Oh,
My my cousins had to
there's a
say
Marvel one, if
grunt.
you go back now, there's a Marvel, some pictures. But he's like, please let this fucking end. I swear to God. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm not going to hit on all these. And unfortunately, we're not even going to talk about the Star Wars stuff because I personally, nothing popped for me that I saw Star Wars wise. There's a few Ahsoka figures that I did think looked great. But we're finally getting some Spider-Man No Way Home figures.
Oh, wow, that's
Better late
cool.
than never, right? What's that movie? Almost like 2 years now.
Yeah, fucking great movie. Oh, so good. But you're gonna get your Toby, your Andrew, and your Tom figures, which are all great. Can you go to the Sandman? God, that does look like Andrew. Holy
Wow,
shit.
that do.
Damn. God, I really hope they do. bring
Interesting
Andrew.
that it says The Amazing Spider-Man 2 as opposed to saying No Way Home.
I think because they're doing like some.
Yeah, but look at Toby. It
Yeah,
says No Way Home.
but I bet if you go to the other one, if you go to Tom's, if they got him in the package, not Tom, sorry. Oh, Toby was in No Way Home, wasn't he? Is that
Yeah,
what you
all
said?
of them were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's probably because they're gonna do a whole line that's gonna have that Spider-Man figure and other figures in it, would be my guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. Can you go to the Sandman? God, that does look beautiful. Obviously, we got MJ.
Oh,
which
I'm actually surprised they made that
yeah, that's a
because like who's really gonna buy
that's a
that
peg
figure?
warmer. That's a peg warmer for sure.
Looks just fucking like her though.
No, it's a great looking
She
figure.
ain't
It's
got
just-
that big of tubes though.
and no one, and you're gonna get people who can buy one.
Tubes.
Apparently, a new,
Oh, that's cool, Matt Murdock.
new buck, which was needed because the old buck like stood for crap. But we got a little Matt Murdock, which I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
great.
Yep. And that will get bought because people want this. Okay, so here the Sandman figure.
What the fuck?
So let me.
I'm trying to remember. In the movie, he was basically his sand form the whole time, wasn't he?
I think he was because I think he couldn't be there for very much.
Right. He did like voice work or whatever, but
Mhm.
like, yeah, so it was all sand version of him. Okay.
So looking at this, are you two noticing anything that this is fucking missing that really you need in your action figures?
A wiener?
probably a waist.
Yes. So this is something that
The other W.
Hasbro started doing with the Marvel Universe figures. Towards the end of the line of Marvel Universe, they started taking out
Your waist articulation.
and
Huh.
it sucked.
I was gonna say
balls.
I'm trying to figure out like why that would be better than not having it, or than having the waist articulation, and I can't think of it.
I would rather them take out the diaphragm and give the waist
Yeah.
I just
and ball joint.
and Trevor's right. He goes, Salmon looks like garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be charging $28 or whatever the hell
Yeah,
they're charging,
They
now,
better look good.
they better look really good. And I just like this. I don't get it. Just don't get it. Does it look like the movie? Yeah, I could see that.
I guess, but see, that looks terrible right there.
I am not a fan of this at all.
No, I don't like the way
Just doesn't translate into action figure form
I
very
hate
well.
when
I
people do
guess.
knees like that.
Oh
See his
yeah,
left leg
yeah.
where he doesn't have the knee. The knee is like it's bent wrong. You got to have that kneecap area in there.
Yeah, that does look
I don't
funky.
like that.
Yeah, weird.
All
Huh.
right.
Well, the other ones look good.
Yeah. You got your
I
Green
swore
Goblin.
You were gonna say a wiener.
That's actually a pretty cool
Yeah,
Green
looks good.
Goblin
Yep.
there.
William Dafoe.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, William. Yes.
Willem. It is Willem, right?
Yes, it's Willem.
What?
Willem. It's not William.
It's Willem.
Willem Dafoe.
What the?
uh
Okay. I'm going to say this right now.
huh.
Thank you both for actually doing this. So I've been, I don't know if you know this, but I've been buying some new tools. As I'm getting older, I want to get some, if I'm going to get some hedge clippers or,
Sure.
if I'm doing a little Brutus the Barber, I want some good stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay.
My whole
Uh-huh.
life, I bought trash. Now, I'm like, hey, point in life, you want to buy some stuff that works.
Yeah.
So I've been buying steel.
Yeah.
It's not called steel.
I've heard it said both ways by so many people. I don't know what the real one is.
So I got called out on this
Okay.
recently by a woman. And
By a woman.
yeah, and I'm like,
Wait. How do you spell it?
Stille.
No, Stihl.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's weird. It's weird. So I went right on their website and watched a video at ST, I think. Stihl. I went on and watched a video where they were talking about one of their products, and they're like, still.
Still is what I always said. What are you doing, Jerry?
Still.
Oh, you always said still too, huh?
I always said still until I heard a lot of people saying steel. And I
might-
thought-
I was one of them.
I thought I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tried not to say the name
Well, I've just been,
because I don't know.
Oh
what it is.
shit! But
I've been just trying to be a man.
What?
I look up right here. Still frequently asked questions on stillusa.com. It says, "How do you pronounce the name Still? Our name is pronounced exactly like the metal steel."
See,
when I got called out for this,
It's on their website.
I thought about how many times I've gone into this place to buy, where I'm going and talking to real men, men,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I go in there, I try to be,
Sure,
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you get your arm, you work out your
I got the
shoulders,
parts.
do a few stretching.
Yeah.
I try to like have good posture.
Yeah.
Like I walk in there all,
Gotta
like
have swagger, a little bit of a swagger.
Knocking shit over with your dick.
I'm saying this wrong.
I assume that's what real men do. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not saying it wrong though.
No, dude. According to their website,
That's weird.
it says it's pronounced exactly like the metal steel.
I think you ran into a Pete that just thinks the way they do it is right. And
Holy
she's like,
shit.
I'm gonna correct, because I would never correct somebody.
Yeah.
They say still, they say steel. I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I just bought myself a new steel chainsaw. Cool. I
Yeah.
just bought myself a new steel chainsaw. Cool.
Yeah,
They're a nice brand.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I do love it. I do love it.
You know?
Trevor says, I always heard steel. Just buy DeWalt. Problem solved.
Well, thank you both for telling me that for, I don't know, the last 20 years, I've been saying William Defoe.
Oh, yeah. There's literally no IA in his name. It's WILLEM.
Now that I do know. I'm pretty sure is right.
Well, and he's addressed it in interviews and stuff too. But yeah.
Now, one thing people do say all the time that is a big, huge offender to me is when they say that they want to nip something in the butt.
Oh, yeah. It's bud.
It's bud. You're nipping it in the bud before it can blossom.
Yeah, but don't it sound so much cooler to say nip something in the butt?
Well, it
Yeah, you
does.
know it's-
Yeah. I want to
yeah.
nip you in your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's just fun.
That's fun.
I mean, that's kind of just a fun, like, we're going to take this old stupid thing and we're going to change it and make it a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to nip you
You
in
know
the
what
butt.
bothers me is when people say,
Nippers.
I could care less.
I couldn't care less.
It's supposed to be, I couldn't care less. Because if you could care less, that means you care a little bit.
I'd probably say that.
I'm sure that
A lot of people do. It's just
Mhm.
it's a little pet peeve of mine. I'm just gonna stop now because people are gonna get on me. Well, Pete's not here, but to get on me about the grammar thing.
I hate to live in the world where Pete lives in. Where he has to. It's like Pete's got like these glasses that are like zoomed in, so he can only see just this little piece of things, and he zooms in on these and focuses, and he's missing everything around it.
I can't understand how he even wants to hang out with me. Like, all I say is dumb stuff all the time.
Yeah, but you do it with such a cute smile
I know,
that
but
it's
you know
hard
how
to
his
resist.
brain works. Like, I'm like, every time I say something, you just got to be sitting there going, stupid, you dumb ass.
What else we got?
That's all I got for toys and
Yeah.
toy drama.
All right, well, I have nothing to add.
What about thanks UPS guy?
Yeah, I got a couple things I can go through real
I
quick.
still got to tell you, I'm shocked Cody is here.
He has to be.
He rode with me.
He rode with
I
Steve.
thought for sure there was going to be a text this morning. Cody's like, not going to make it. Cody,
Yeah.
you're a fucking champion, dude.
Just woke him up.
This is going a little too long.
Well, we had to do the fucking 100 top video games.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be fast, but Pete had to just.
He said 10 and then he started saying a bunch more. And I was like, well,
I will
that's
say,
not more.
I will say I did actually enjoy that topic.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, and I'm sure the listeners will too.
I enjoyed it. But I enjoyed
It
the
sure
first.
sounded like it.
I enjoyed the first 40 minutes of it, but then it got a little bit ridiculous.
I wish I could just click the test button on my beeper. Get it out of here.
You know what you're supposed to do, Cody? You're supposed to have Sarah trained. Like I have Heidi trained for certain things. So like example, if we walk up to a group of people and we're all talking and I don't introduce her, that's because I don't know their names.
Yeah, Laura finally learned that one. Like,
yeah.
not that it took her very long, but it was like, why didn't you introduce me? I said, because I don't fucking know their name.
Yeah. I'm horrible.
And she's like, bet.
yeah.
So now she's like, hi, I'm Laura. And they're like, hi. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, girl.
And I
Thank you
even
so
tell her,
much.
I even tell her, I go, throw me under the bus.
Yeah.
Like, be like, oh, obviously Travis is an asshole. I'm Heidi. You know,
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. He did. I'm Laura. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, that's okay. You can fucking rip on me all you want, but
We'll move it back. Oh yeah, that's a big ass toy.
it's a big Mahunga
It
Halo.
is a big one. Well, as we were just, somebody was mentioning the crappy quality of Super 7. This figure here, I just took out of the package this morning before the show started. Haven't really got a chance to play with it, but it is visually gorgeous.
I love this figure.
It was one of my favorite toys.
Never had it.
And this is the toy version,
No,
or is
cartoon.
this
the
the cartoon
cartoon
version?
color
Okay,
version.
I was gonna say because he's not as greeny.
Yeah, he's not my toy. That's
There is a toy version where he is the greenie, but I'm sticking to the cartoon. Comes with a ton of stuff.
My head won't just sit there. Oh, that's fun. Look at that. Little Blady. Whee!
built a lot of his students say nowadays instead of nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah. All intensive purposes.
Man, he comes with so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things.
loaded,
going on
man.
here.
Looked great. His bird is cool. He's got different hands here. I haven't gotten a chance to mess around putting weapons on in his hands to see how things work. His buzzsaws thought they turned.
These ones up here definitely
That
do.
one
Okay,
does.
that one's a little stuck.
This one might just need to be.
Oh, be
Figure it
careful.
out.
It's Super 7.
Might need some heat. Yep.
Yeah, you might need some heat on that bitch.
That-
Oh, we have. It looks like it's just spinning,
Yeah, it looks like it's zipping right there.
zipping. Yeah.
That's a cool toy.
I am so sad that I canceled these, but I get to live vicariously through you.
I will say that
I don't
that
even
is
know what
one of
these
them.
are.
Those are, see the handles in his chest?
Oh,
He would grab them and pull them like a ripcord, and that would start his saws.
Okay,
so
all
that's
right.
like the pulled out version you can stick in his
This
chest.
is the pull-out version.
Yeah.
I will say this is one of my favorite parts about having toy friends is you do get to live through that.
Right, yeah. Like, well, I can't have it myself, but
Classics is like that for me because I'm like, if I want to play with them or see them in a cool setup, I'll just go to Steve's.
beautiful.
So really cool looking. It feels heavy. It comes in a giant box. Probably the second only to the armored up Monstar as far as size.
It's huge.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah.
Good job. Good purchase.
How many of the villains are there now? There's him. There's Monstar.
There's
The guy with
the troll.
Yep, the troll. Is that it?
No, we've got a lot more. We
Okay.
got
The Windhammer guy.
I got
that
him.
guy?
Yeah.
They've already done Windhammer.
Yeah, that's the troll one, I think.
There's the Yes Man. There's the guy with the
Oh.
backpack. Can't think of his name right now. Yes Man is the snake, and then there's the girl with the keyboard.
These are gonna
Melodia.
This is gonna,
Melodia. Yeah.
this is gonna fill up Detolf really quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Easily.
because they're big.
Easily.
Super sweet.
Oh, and then there's the big Minotaur guy,
Oh yeah.
Mumbo Jumbo.
Such a great name.
And I'm probably forgetting some. So, no, the villains are super fun.
And that's pretty much the case with almost everything. Villains are always the fucking cool thing.
Oh yeah.
His bird is really cool too. It's a lot different than.
And he's got a little saw on his head that spins.
Yeah.
So that's fun too. Cool. Yeah, I'll take him off your hands, buddy.
$70.
All right, sounds good.
I would like him to look like the toy. I understand why this.
And
is
they
the
offer
cartoon
that version.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But now I don't know because now I look at this version.
I know, he's fucking cool.
Yeah, I kind of like those colors.
and another one I opened up just before the show, so I haven't had a chance to really play with this guy either. Some more crappy Super 7 stuff.
No, that buzzsaw is awesome. There's nothing crappy about that buzzsaw.
Nope.
Cartoon Destro looks straight out of the cartoon for me, which I enjoy immensely.
Gotta tell you, if you're a fan of the cartoon, that's fucking tits. Of course, Travis is gonna pull out put them side by side, huh? Size difference.
Oh, huge size difference. I love both of these, so I have both of these. I really enjoy the cartoon looks as well as.
Well, which one is it?
Which one is it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Lots of money or compensating for something?
Some different hat options here. Looks like a laughing Destro, which we saw often in the cartoon. Looks like a maybe speaking Destro. And then it looks like one, this has got to be from the cartoon where it looks like maybe he got some molten stuff put on his head. Like,
Oh, like wax.
or yeah, or something.
Candle wax. I have no idea.
Comes
Pretty
with,
neat.
comes with these, I assume, clip on, probably go on his bracers.
Yep, little darts or
Yep. and his
areos,
Grenades.
areolas.
Lots of hand options. I love this. There's one in here I really want to find. Oh, this is cool.
Love how our background is just garbage.
An Atari controller, and this is from the episode where they were him and Cobra Commander had Duke and Snake Eyes in the arena, and they were like under control, and they could actually like control them and make them fight each other. And it was basically looked like an Atari.
Ario says Destro's collar looks like a flotation device. Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does.
Did that in the cartoon too.
I don't know. Can't remember what that is. Missiles,
It's an Xbox.
Tommy gun.
Actually, this looks like it
Kinda.
might be like
Goggle-
like
visor-
goggles or
goggles
something.
or something?
Yeah. Looks like it.
And then he's
Cool
got
gun.
this, which I think
Butt plug.
this is like the original mask from the Destro family, the McCullum. I think they were.
Oh,
Remember when
Oh, that's kind of
he wears the mask as a remembrance to his ancestor who was punished with a metal.
So this is
mask.
a mask.
yeah.
Yes. His ancestor was punished for selling weapons to both sides of a conflict, and they made him wear an iron mask as punishment. And so Destro, who is now an arms dealer, he wears that in remembrance of his.
That makes him less cool.
What do you mean it makes him less
I
cool?
thought
It
it'd
makes
be
him
cooler
way
if it was,
cooler.
that was his real head.
No, it's G.I. Joe, man.
Why don't they ever show what he looks like underneath?
Huh?
Why don't they ever show what he looks like underneath?
Because that would ruin the mystique of Destro.
Yeah.
So,
I like it better thinking that like it's like a permanent thing or something. Like they dunked his head in metal and said, "That's what you get, bitch."
Well, and I mean, it moved like.
Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
moved like it was his face. So
Yeah. Like,
yes, if they ever did a movie,
now they make those masks now that could do that,
mhm.
but back in the 80s.
if they ever made a real live action movie, I don't think it should move. I think it should be a face that is stuck in.
Oh, you'd piss a lot of people off.
Steve, I'm hot take.
Hot take.
You are mentally challenged for buying these.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What? Oh, come on.
No. You literally you have the Mezco Destro.
I do. And I have the Hasbro Destro.
You kept the Hasbro one after you got the Mezco
What
one?
am I going to do with it? Sell it? What's
Yeah.
it worth?
Nothing. I mean, if it was Valaverse, it'd be worth a little bit more. I just, man, I know, I get it. I know you love the cartoons.
Yeah,
I get
you like
it.
the cartoon? There it is.
But man,
Beautiful.
The one thing I think
I
is
think
funny,
he
though,
looks great.
mean, you know the controversy with Quicksilver?
Yeah.
About how the first Quicksilver
Yeah.
didn't have shine, but they said it was supposed to have a shine.
Yeah.
Kind of, but it wouldn't be vac metal.
Yeah.
For some reason, they can paint that with a pretty good shine.
It's shiny as fuck.
Yeah, but he's not a Silverhawk. He's a G.I. Joe.
But they couldn't paint the Silverhawk with much of a shine at all.
Money grab.
So
that all you got?
that is all I got. I did get another figure that I didn't bring with me that I'll have with me next week.
Perfect. I'll run through mine quick.
How was Podcasters the other night?
Good time.
We had a good time.
Good.
It was very fun. I
Good.
wish I would have had these figures then. They literally came the day after.
Went out to dinner that night with Derek Trevelyan while you guys were down here rocking it.
Yeah.
I got Cramp Champ here from Revelation. Different thing with his little clampy here. His fist actually goes inside of it as opposed to having a handle on it.
Oh, I like that. That I think that
Yeah.
seems more like
It's cooler.
realistic.
Yeah. So
Oh, man, his arm should be bigger than the other if he's carrying that thing around.
yeah,
I mean, you know how strong he has to be.
yeah, he'd probably have to be pretty strong. Oh, and you can.
God, that's a dumbass weapon.
It is kind of a dumbass.
He
Yeah,
is-
and like you can open it and like clamp it around people. It doesn't stay open though. So
I think
but,
Nippler would hang out with Clamp Champ
yeah,
Without a doubt.
because he'd be like, "Hey, you got any nipple clamps? You're the champ of clamps."
I'm the champ of clamps.
He'd
So.
be like, man, I got kicked out of my clan. Can I hang with you now?
So when you guys following me to my clan?
I'll follow you.
Follow you through everything. Next.
Ooh,
Web
this is
store.
one of Travis' favorites.
Yep.
If I can.
I could not buy another figure of that though after the classics. I just couldn't. I get it. I understand that why.
This one, I don't. I mean, look, his legs can do that.
Oh,
So, I don't know if I can get him to
Need
stand
me to
here.
help you with that?
There we go. Looks all
It looks
hunchy.
Horrible.
that's
Yep.
the Travis and Jeremy.
There you go.
pose right
That's
there.
how I pose them.
You gotta get. Oh, maybe they don't give them.
Does he have limited articulation?
He doesn't seem. To
He looks
have
evil.
Much. Oh, there we go. You gotta have that.
What's up with that gun? Why it's a weird ass handle? What's going on?
It's weird. So they've combined his regular like orange blaster with the backpack grappling hook. So the hook actually fits in the gun. It's got a weird handle on it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Probably just so it looks cool. Like but what's cool about him, so his purple armor is a little bit sparkly, which is a little fun. And his eyes, they're like ruby-ish. So they're shiny and kind of glowy. That's why you need him. There, perfect.
Try that.
All right, let's
We'll
try
see.
that. There you go, guys. He's gonna fall. But yeah. What?
Perfect.
No.
His ankles are a little bit weird.
Yeah. There he goes, falling right over.
So
Thanks, Steve. Did a wonderful job there, buddy. Anyway, there the fuck he is. And I don't know if you can see the eyes. I'm gonna.
Okay. I just need you to just kind of explain this to me.
Okay.
Okay. And I know that we collect.
Are you
much
gonna ask me
differently.
why I grabbed other versions of these characters?
I don't want to go Pete on you on this. I'm not going Pete on you on this. But to me, this is so subpar to classics. That I look at this and go, if there was something about it it don't matter. You're just gonna buy them, right? They put out a new line. It don't matter.
As of right now,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time to think about it. I'm like, there it is. I gotta get it, and I get it, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do I like about it? Anything? And I would say his falling over is not nice.
Well-
but I don't know, man. They're different, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
Steve?
Well, I haven't been keeping up like Jeremy has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only grabbing things that
Okay, his eyes are cool.
I told him the eyes are cool, man. If anything,
The eyes are cool.
get him for the eyes.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything, and I think I am definitely gotten to the point where I can pick and choose.
I'm trying. I'm just saying
So-
that I'm trying.
But this is part of it, right? We just love the stuff, so you pull the trigger, man.
They're like, here's the Revelation version. Oh, I don't have that. Well, I mean, obviously need it. Here's Prince Adam from Revelation. Comes with 2 different swords. One's kind of translucent and sparkly, probably channeling the power. And then he has the normal sword. And he comes with 2 heads, and the second one is he's got the laughy face. So I guess that's kind of fun, right? Tell me it's fun.
It's fun.
Tell me it's fun,
But-
guys. Tell me
It's
that's why I got it.
Trash.
Doesn't do
You're not gonna get this, Adam?
me.
Yep.
I probably will not get that Adam.
It's not Adam.
It's
He's
Adam.
Too skinny.
That's
I
Angela.
never really liked the Revelations Adam's look.
I think it looks a little better than the 2000X one.
I would much rather have the 2000X one.
Okay. And then the last one is the Horde version of Skeletor. And I don't know if I can get him to stand up very well here. There we go. So he's basically Skeletor, but he's more purple. Like his skin isn't blue; it's purple.
For sure. For
Um,
sure.
And he's got more of the black and red motif on him with a big old cape around his head there, and black hood and stuff like that. So, and his Havoc staff has the translucent red goat head on there. So, ta-da!
I get this.
Yeah,
It's different.
okay.
Right? I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've
It's
never
different,
seen.
different version,
Yeah, I've never seen that.
different
figure before.
colors,
Yeah.
different.
Yep.
And then his if we look at his little motif there on his chest, got the red bat.
Nice.
So there you go. There's a Skeletor. Pretty neat. I think so anyway. My least favorite out of all of them, oddly enough, is probably Clamp Champ.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. I just was never huge on Clamp Champ, I guess. I think his weapon's stupid. And other than that, like he was kind of later in the line, and I feel like they didn't really all they did was give him a funky weapon instead of like I don't know, some cool gimmick or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if I got to pick, it's Web Store for sure in that group.
yeah, Web Store is probably the coolest
Yeah,
one.
they did a good job with just changing up a little bit. Those eyes are cool.
Yep. So there you go. That's all I
Nice.
brought.
Now, Travis,
Yes.
do you have anything?
I don't.
Okay. I want you to look at something. I posed up Destro. So now what do you think?
That's a cool pose. I couldn't.
Still wearing a flotation device around
I
his neck.
could
but,
not.
It's a Cobra hood. It's the hood on a Cobra.
It's a hood on a
I'm not
something.
judging, man. I'm
Oh.
not judging.
On a yeah.
I'm judging a little bit.
Penis hood. I,
His head's the clit.
Yeah, he's coming out of
I just. I can't. And we've
Cramp
talked
Champ's
about this.
cooler.
How I collect is I buy what I think is the best one, and to me, the Mezco one is the best one.
That is the best cartoon version I've ever seen.
Yeah, I get that. You love the cartoon, man.
Even though
Destro thing like Beastman neck piece.
What'd you pay for that?
I'm sure 55.
It's just too much money, man.
That is a lot.
Well, you paid 100 for the other Destro.
that one's worth it.
All right.
All right.
I had a bunch of memes and stuff I was gonna share. Curtis did the pick your dream team podcast.
Oh boy.
In the support group. We're not gonna do it because it's gonna be too much. Actually, oh god, this wasn't. It was just fun, and it was Curtis. Curtis created a fun, and there was a ton of comments.
Fuck you, Curtis. Dissing me and Trav like that.
Dissing you and Trav. I don't remember him dissing you and Trav.
Oh no, the $20 and the $10. Yeah, no. Must be nice being up there in the $40 range with your fucking buddy Jeremy Gerard. Curtis, who wants to have coitus with you. I can't talk shit about Trevor. He's awesome.
Yeah, Trevor is great.
He deserves the 40 spot.
And you know what? Jeremy Gerard deserves 40 spot.
Well, he did it so that
Sure.
he did it so that you could have
Steven, come on.
the main team
Come on.
would fit into the $100.
It doesn't. If you get slighted, it doesn't matter that it's like, oh, so I can just be with these 3 fuckers that I spend every weekend with.
I do like that he threw the douche down at $0.
I love the
Douche,
Yeah.
Matt, Beige, and the Legion's Lair fellas.
Yeah, together.
Together at 0.
Cody, Cody, I promise. 3 minutes. Can we just go through the memes I sent you? And we actually pull up. Can you pull up that? Okay, god dang it.
God damn it.
These are so good.
We're so sorry.
Oh,
Pull up what?
that you're good right there. That is it. You're good, buddy. Oh my gosh.
No pile of loot for old men. There is no $4 shipping. Ben Talmadge, Maverick, and Old Man Kyle.
And I gotta say, Francisco, thank you for following directions.
A Francisco production. What's it say there?
That way you dumbasses don't have to look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Oh boy, what is this?
This could be us. You don't know what that's from, Jeremy?
What the fuck's that?
Total
from?
Recall.
Okay,
That's Quado.
That's Quado.
that's right.
And
And we got
that was me and Cornboy.
yeah.
That's Dominic. Dominic was on fire. I don't remember who did this one. Is that little red thing up there? It's stamp or not?
No, not at all.
But this is Steve and Greg. We saw you from across the bar. Can we buy you a drink?
Maverick. I'm in danger.
Oh God, Dominic again.
This is so
Trailer Park Boys.
great.
I like how I'm just thrown in on the side, putting my finger in your butt.
You know, like everybody else has like their head on under their body, and that's just all you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's just me.
I just like that you just fit right
And
in.
yet I fit right the fuck in, don't I?
Oh, yep. Oh, I think this was Jeff Yerger. Oh, this was a good one.
Emil.
Emil. Oh, God.
As
Hey.
Prince Adam.
Can't wait to hug him.
Oh, and this is what inspired me to actually post the last episode of Heavy Metal Minivan.
I love, too, the little heavy metal minivans got both your little South Park.
Oh my
Characters.
god, it does! Holy shit, that's our logo now.
Oh, it's so good.
It's got Aaron Lewis version of with Pete's head on there. It says, "It's been a while since a new minivan."
Made me laugh so hard.
This is old.
That's very
It's an old
There's an
picture.
old picture. Can you
That's
actually go
when
to
I
the,
got Niplor,
Yeah, that would have been your 40th birthday.
probably.
Justin posted this, and this was a fun one. He said, "Let's play a game. Why is Steve making this face?" And there was some pretty fun comments in there. Did you
said
see
I was-
this? Did you guys not see this
I
post?
saw-
Yeah, I said I
picture.
was pulling the tapeworm out of his ass.
Yeah, yours was funny. Yours was the funniest, actually.
God, it's weird to see me not wearing glasses.
Yeah. So yeah, good time. Can you pull up the? Oh yeah. Okay, that was
What is that?
that would
I don't
just,
think I saw this.
that
one.
would just got dropped in the support group, and I
don't get it. Why don't I get it?
Is
think
that the person licking the spot where her butt
Yes.
just was?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Mythic Legions, and it has this like hot anime chick, and then you see like her butt spot where she was sitting. It's wet
So we
on the
look,
desk. Yeah,
Okay,
butt
so
sweat
we-
on the wet desk.
basically it's saying we're fans.
Yeah,
of Mythic
probably has
Legions.
something to do with that Gen G1, doesn't it?
And then Cody, the picture right now, Jesse's post, not in there, but yeah.
The Furious Four.
Can you bring up that?
Yeah, he did a nice little custom, put some hair on Uit and some glasses.
I freaking love this.
What has Pete got? What is I don't
It's
know.
a fire bucket.
Oh, is it?
I think. I just what I'm guessing. Maybe it's a bucket full of bullshit.
Could be.
Got you're naked.
I love
And
that.
then he didn't fuck with Steve at all.
No, he's like
'Cause-
Steve.
Because if you fuck with it, then he becomes a beta.
Yeah.
I think the upgrade to my figure is fucking wonderful, though.
That's beautiful, dude. That's you.
Yeah.
Freaking you. Nice, Jesse. Oh,
All right. That's a show.
that is a show.
That's a show.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
boy. All right. Well, everybody. What?
Steve's sucking on his stogie. It says, "Virginity is cool. Remain pure."
That's a good one, Maverick.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Got the-
yeah.
we have the best listeners.
We do.
It's been fun.
Thanks for listening to episode 299.2. Show got better after Pete left.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed our video game marathon.
I did.
I enjoyed it for a while.
Had my kid on the show for the first time, technically. So
There you go.
there you go.
All right,
All
we'll
right.
be back. Stay tuned for news about our 300 celebration episode of 300 episodes.
You guys are going to be
We're
blown the fuck away.
We're going to start working on that soon.
You guys have no idea how amazing it's going to be.
It's going to be a big start.
We're probably going to be surprised ourselves.
We'll see you at Legion's Con. If you're listening, like and subscribe to this shit. Come on.
Yeah, become a Patreon members. You can check out the new heavy metal minivan before others.
Do some Patreon. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Play Cubert.
Cody loves you. If you do, this is Cody's shot. He's gonna get rich off from us. It's gonna happen.
He's rich in his heart already.
He was rich last night.
Dang. So was I. Clam shots.
Glamour shots.
Can I click end?
Yes. Quick end. Bye.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in the toy aisle.